This looks so strange from this angle.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get all in there, big boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Okay, we're going.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Unproductive Nerds podcast. Again, I am your host, Rhiannon, and as always, I am joined by Jack.
Hey, if you notice anything, there is no river or wind noise this episode. I don't even remember if we mentioned that we were outside last episode.
It's almost more traditional that we have to...
It's at the start of the podcast, you say.
Oh, I do say it, right? Okay, thank God I remembered to throw a thing in there.
It's almost more tradition now that we have the podcast outside as opposed to having one inside.
Yeah.
I mean, you know...
We're 50-50 at this stage.
Also, there's John. John has rejoined us.
Yeah, I'm
Although he really hasn't. He really hasn't.
Yeah.
John, can I have your
Put your
phone for this
fucking phone
episode?
away.
Because all day you've been doing this thing where you just zone out and go on your phone when any of us are talking to you.
Yeah, you know what? I've been harboring a lot of hurt. Because I didn't know there was an episode on Monday.
I
didn't
asked
know you
you.
were recording. And an interesting thing, usually after Jack posts an episode of the podcast, he sends me a link to it. I got no such thing. It was fucking incognito.
I was like, hey John, you want to come? We're probably going to record the podcast Monday.
And I thought to myself, ha, good luck with that, without the, were you there? Okay, Aiden wasn't there, so good luck doing that without the funniest guy.
So, I mean...
Yeah.
It's still funnier than the Iron Fist.
Then you have no
episode.
argument.
Fucking exactly.
You didn't record on Monday, right? You recorded on Saturday.
No,
right?
Monday.
No, we
No,
recorded
Monday.
it Monday.
No, I was there on Saturday.
So, as you can hear, we are also joined by Aiden
And Dan.
and
Wait,
Dan.
so you just bumped into Killian for no reason?
Yeah, he was just there with like two beautiful women.
Oh yeah, we
Sorry,
also
three
we also
beautiful
met,
women.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
What? Do you want me to say they were ugly?
No, it's just...
They were the least attractive women I have ever
friends,
seen.
okay?
We were also with the beautiful woman, Jack.
We
and
were also
I think
with
that's
the
why she's
beautiful-
annoyed. We were also with the
You were
beautiful woman.
You were the most beautiful woman there.
Oh, jeez. Thanks.
They were also three really beautiful women.
So, Jack, what are we talking about this week?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't bring a list, so just kind of guesswork
No
here.
podcast shit list.
All right, no shit list. But
Oh my god.
we got a picture for Marvel's Runaways. We got a picture of the Inhumans and a little teaser for that. And we got Cloak and Dagger last week.
What the fuck is Marvel's Runaways?
You don't know what the Runaways are?
They're pretty. Would they be obscure? They were pretty obscure. Wasn't
Train, never. What's the song?
Run away, baby.
That's not it.
they just sing Cherry Bomb the whole time. You know?
No, I think it's rather telling that I hear Runaway and I attribute it. I link it to the Linkin Park song. Not that, but yeah. The Linkin Park song, Runaway. You know, that classic hit, I'm pretty sure it went platinum. It was always on the radio.
I think I've heard one Linkin Park song ever.
Was it Numb?
Yes, it
Numb
was
is
Numb.
fucking class.
Wait, so you've never seen Transformers?
You've never seen a Transformers
Yeah,
film?
you've never seen a Transformers
What?
movie?
Anyone
They did
first-
the music
Have you seen a
all of them.
Transformers movie?
Wait, what song are they in Transformers?
All of them. They did all of
Really?
them.
They play
soundtrack.
What I've Done at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, when Optimus Prime's making his big speech.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like that. Never mind.
What was
I'm on board.
I know the third one was Burning...
It was a New Divide.
New Divide. What was the second one?
No,
Second one was New Divide.
Second one was New Divide.
I never knew you were so
I know
knowledgeable
the
on Linkin
fourth
Park.
one.
Well,
I
look,
think they-
Wait, so the
Because
third
Imagine
one is...
Dragons did the one in...
That's what I was going to say. They swapped there for Imagine Dragons and the
So what's the
fourth
third one then? Why don't they do the third one?
They just kind of shit the bed film-wise.
We were standing in the wake of devastation. Well, that one again.
Devastator.
Was that Hall & Oates? Just...
Sure. Yeah, that was Hall &
Yeah, it was
Oates.
Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates got back together for Transformers 3.
So we're gonna do a Marvel episode this week anyway. So
Even though we've already started Transformers and Linkin Park.
one. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So usually
Can we
Marvel
do-
properties then? I can't help with the comics.
Oh my God, you're doing
I think it's like
John
Linkin Park are not Marvel.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
Can we do a Linkin Park episode?
Yes, but
I don't know.
in my skin.
I don't even know what we talk about. I'd just be here like Meteora was really good, you guys.
speaking of trying too hard, has anybody seen the picture for the new Inhumans?
No.
Oh,
It looks like a porn parody.
Jack sent me
It looks like a porn parody.
those costumes are really
Well,
poorly
he showed
done.
us a picture, but it doesn't
What's
look
the
very
What's the
good.
name of the girl with the hair?
Are you going to tweet that? Tweet that.
I will.
Yeah.
Medusa.
Medusa, yes.
Medusa looks like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Like a dystopian
She's
version.
actually wearing. Yeah, she's got the purple. Like,
One second, I've got a comparison picture right here.
Yep.
I had this ready.
Yeah, you had
I'm
that
sorry,
right.
on the moon they just have nothing but, reruns of Scooby-Doo. It's the only way
Alright.
they can, fashion themselves after.
So big guy, girl who dresses in purple with long red hair, another girl, and a guy with a beard, and they also have a talking dog.
It is.
This seems like a huge step down from the movie that they were planning. Like, if this is what they ended up on TV,
Yeah.
man, that movie would have been interesting, to say the least.
I'll be honest, I would prefer Vin Diesel than that actor.
But the only reason, it says, the only reason they were gunning for the movie in the first place is to rival Fox's X-Men, That was...
That and Mike Eisner has just been, pushing Inhumans because he can't get the X-Men back.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, to be fair, wouldn't have been that hard because, as I think we've established, most of the X-Men movies kind of suck.
That's not fair.
Well, the team ones where they're all just getting together and have a team thing are bad, I think.
Except First Class. First Class. Are
Yeah, first class.
Oh, yeah, tell me the bad X-Men movies.
Okay,
I don't think...
Let's go for the most recent. Apocalypse.
We already
We've
did
already
the
done this
X-Men
episode.
Yeah,
We've
we've already
already
done the
done this
X-Men
episode.
episode. Go back and listen to our shit, Dan.
Fucking Origins, Apocalypse, fucking Last Stand.
Arguably X2. Arguably.
Shut
No,
up.
no.
Shut up.
I liked Nightcrawler, okay?
Alright, everybody calm down. X2 is good. X1 is shit.
No.
I don't like
X1 is not the greatest. I
so
feel
fucking boring.
I know it came out in 2000, but you watch it and it's so 90s. It is so 90s, and
Come along, Logan. We have to put our leather suits on now. We're going to the Statue of Liberty.
no, but X2 is not shit. That is the best out of the original trilogy.
Okay,
anyway.
yeah, X2 is pretty good. But X1 and X3 are both bad films.
X1.
X-Men's not
I
that fun.
kind of like
It is.
X3 for...
It's funny.
Yeah, but I think the thing about X1 and 2 is that I know they're good movies because I've seen them, but if it was a choice between rewatching, the first two or... we'll say Origins and The Last Stand, I'd choose Origins and The Last Stand.
Definitely.
Because they're more
Yeah.
fun.
Origins had some great scenes in it.
Yeah.
In the first X-Men movie, there's an awful lot.
I think Origins has scenes that you remember as good scenes.
No,
I feel like there's a great
I've
one
rewatched
line
it.
that I
I've
forget.
rewatched it, man. Like the bit where he's like, they have that thing where they're attacking the compound, and they got they have Blob walk up to a tank and put his arm into the gun, and the tank explodes.
Deadpool just takes out a room.
Not
guys.
Deadpool. Wade Wilson. We have Wade Wilson going around killing.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Sorry, we have Van
Like a
Wilder.
nondescript character.
We have Ninja Van Wilder going around.
The guy from The Notebook. Killing.
We have Ninja, the guy from The Notebook.
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hard to say,
No,
Jack.
that was Ryan
I've
Gosling.
never watched The Notebook, and I
He's
never
in another
planned
one.
to.
Shut
We all know you've
Yeah.
watched The Notebook.
I have never watched The Notebook.
We all
You're
know.
watching it right now on Rihanna's laptop.
God, Jack,
No,
I need to
I'm
look up
not.
stuff for our episode.
Why can't those old people be together?
Why can't those old people be together? That's the question I
It's a
want to
shame.
ask. Yeah.
But yeah, what do we give Inhumans out of a solid 5?
I'm going to give that a solid 1.
Yeah, no, they released the teaser, and it's just a bunch of people talking, and I couldn't really decipher much from it, so.
It's what's its face? It's Ramsey Bolton is wearing.
That ain't Ramsey Bolton, isn't it?
It's Ramsey
It's
Bolton
Lockjaw in the picture.
in a gimp
No,
suit.
Lockjaw's not in the
Is
picture.
Lockjaw
from the
not
neck
in the
down.
pic-
That is Ramsey
Dude,
Bolton,
you
yeah.
gotta have the gigantic telepathic
He
dog.
is going to be in the show because
We need Lockjaw.
we've seen a weird green screen puppet on set that they're using for Lockjaw.
You mean Vin Diesel?
Can I bring up something about Vin Diesel actually?
Yeah, but I got some aloe for that bird.
Vin Diesel does an awful lot of things that he really doesn't need to.
Like,
He started a weird feud singing. He started a weird feud with The Rock on Fast 8 to try and boost that movie. That didn't work. But
They're too bro.
Yeah,
they're just
and Vin Diesel is too bad at he can't elicit enough emotion to seem angry about things. So he's like, if he was trying to say, "Oh, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, you've crossed me for the last time," and Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he's a performer, so he's able to Dwayne the Rock Johnson the shit out of anything. He's like, "Oh, look at my eyebrows," but then you got Vin Diesel just sort of stonewalling, and he's like, he's great about seeming stern yet sincere, but that's just because he can't show emotion.
anyway, back to my example. Have you guys seen the behind the scenes stuff for Guardians 1?
No.
Well, there's one of Vin Diesel, and he's recording the audio for
I've seen
Groot.
that, yeah.
And they pulled back, and he's on stilts. He's 15 feet in the air, so he could be the same height as Groot. for no reason.
Just to get him in the headspace.
He does no mocap. He's never on screen in that movie. But for some reason, Vin Diesel decided to go out and use the studio money to learn how to use stills.
Was that his idea?
Yeah, it was his idea. I like the idea he just strong-armed James Gunn into doing it.
To be fair, if you were given a role in a big massive Marvel movie to be a superhero, and you're like, my dream, my comic book, a little boy inside me who wants to be in a comic book, his dream is finally coming true.
Vin Diesel was never a little boy. He was always a muscular baby.
Instead of being a baby, he was just a forearm and a fist of a fully grown man, and he just grew out from that.
His mother was in labour and Riddick just punched out her son.
I mean, if you were going to be in a Marvel movie for the first time ever, and they hand you the script, and your only line is 3 words.
5. We are Groot.
Technically 4.
You know what? I don't know if we're talking about Guardians 2 this week, but I'm going to put this out there. I like Vin Diesel's voice work way more than Bradley Cooper's. I don't like...
Bradley Cooper! I haven't said this, but Bradley Cooper hasn't been doing a great job as Rocket Raccoon.
It's really bad.
He's been sounding forced.
Exactly.
Like
even his laugh.
The laugh is ha 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 ha. It sounds awkward and forced.
And sometimes he's doing it as a fake, but then sometimes he's not. Sometimes.
Do you know the worst bit? The taser face scene.
Yeah,
during the taser face scene, he's doing a really bad forced laugh.
You want to feel even worse?
Go on.
The guy who voices Archer was originally supposed to be Rocket Raccoon. How much better would that have been?
Chris Parnell?
Oh my god! No, Chris Parnell is
H. John Benjamin.
Can you imagine
that guy,
H. John Benjamin, doing that scene?
How
Because you know
much
how
better?
good he is at laughing, just laughing on the spot. He's just. Can you imagine just Archer doing the taser face bit?
Chris Parnell.
That would have been brilliant.
What?
Chris Parnell is
that's why I said Chris Parnell.
Can I just say how bad I feel for Chris Parnell?
Right.
Every role he ever gets is the same guy. It's the same pathetic loser. And it's like, does Chris Parnell choose the roles, or
He's been typecast.
Apparently, it's a thing that on the set of Rick and Morty, whenever they're recording lines, he gets it in one take every single time.
Yeah.
But they just do more takes for security reasons. But apparently, they always only use his first take because it's perfect.
Apparently, Bryan Cranston was originally supposed to be Jerry, or at least auditioned for it. But man, I love Chris Parnell. He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that would have been interesting. But
Yeah.
I feel he would have just made him hell. And I don't.
Yeah. Side note, I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but there's a trailer out for a movie called Wakefield with Bryan Cranston.
Looks great, doesn't it?
It looks incredible.
It looks amazing.
If anyone's listening to this, and God, I hope you send help, because we're trapped in this fucking podcast studio, and yet we're still only releasing episodes weekly for some reason.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel
and
like
somehow some of us are still missing for episodes.
if we wanted to kill time, I feel like more of us should.
They're not just missing; we're eating them.
And then they're regrowing because
We had to throw in that thing about Killian last week so people wouldn't get on to us.
What did you say the movie is called? Wakefield.
Wakefield. Yeah.
Wakefield.
Watch the trailer.
We're not watching the trailer now.
No,
Watching
of course
it
not.
now.
Back to Bryan Cranston.
Back to Bryan Cranston.
I was watching Malcolm in the Middle the other day, and I've come to the conclusion that show would have been 10 times better had Hal been the main character.
I think Bryan Cranston imagined he was. Bryan Cranston has done a lot of stuff about crossovers between.
Who's the actor for Malcolm?
Frankie Muniz.
He's the most unlikable person in the 90s, and that's saying something.
Agent Cody Banks, motherfucker.
Yeah. His cameo in Stuck on You, motherfucker.
Big Fat Liar, motherfucker. Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle, motherfucker.
You still haven't won the argument. You're just naming his movies and saying motherfucker.
His character is supposed to be kind of unlikable and kind of a dude.
It's a comedy
most
thing.
of them, actually. Yeah. In Malcolm in the Middle, he's sort of, he's egotistical. And he's sort of rude. And then if in Agent Cody Banks, he's kind of egotistical and
Doesn't
a
he
bit
kill
rude.
a guy in that?
Probably.
He uses a poison dart from a watch at one stage and takes out a security guard.
And, in Big Fat Liar, he's, kind of egotistical and a bit rude, but he always learns his lesson in the end, even if the lesson is...
Hey, be president, Malcolm, why not?
Ruin Paul Giamatti's life.
Yeah.
Is that Paul Giamatti?
Yeah,
Paul Giamatti is a slightly worse guy than Frankie Muniz.
Because he stole a movie idea.
Back to our podcast about
And
Marvel.
he fired Donald Faison!
Back to the Frankie Muniz cast.
What's he doing lately? Hey, Paul Giamatti fired Donald Faison, so I think they were totally justified in driving him to suicide.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, whoa.
That's not how that movie ends.
You know it is.
I mean,
You know, at the end, he's
Paul
like,
Giamatti isn't that bad. He's just being a studio exec. They're kind of all that way.
Anyway, what else? Oh yeah, because they released a Runaways screenshot as well, didn't
Do
they?
you guys know who the Runaways are?
No.
fuck are the Runaways?
I've heard of them. They're
I'll explain. I've read this.
they're pretty. Are they? Yeah, they'd be
They're
pretty
real
obscure.
obscure.
Yeah, they're
They're
real
fucking-
obscure. I've only barely just read about them, but
Basically, they're these teens, and their parents are all real kind of wealthy. And once a year, they don't like each other, but their parents come together for like kind of a Christmas party style thing, and they got to hang out in the big mansion house. And they go from different mansions to mansions. But one year, they finally find out, hey, what are our parents doing when they go in for that weird secret meeting? Turns out they're all supervillains. They're all like D-list supervillains, like old Spider-Man villains and whatnot. So the Runaways, they all decide to run away,
No kidding.
taking their parents' technology and powers and shit like that. So now their parents are hunting them down.
Okay, sorry, pause. Is any single one of them the child of any villain that we'd be interested in at all?
I feel like there's one in there, but I can't think of one.
The son of Shocker.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
And his name, Static.
wait, what?
Yep, Virgil. It's Static Shock.
Different universe.
Yeah,
Um,
First.
Electro's son.
There's this one girl who her parents have no powers. They're just real good at genetics, but they bred a T-Rex, not T-Rex, a Velociraptor,
oh, yeah.
and they team up with the Velociraptor because she has a psychic connection to the Velociraptor.
Dan, you look confused by this. Do you want to give your opinion? Alright, guys, it's me. It's me, Dan. It's me, Dan. Alright, guys.
So how do you feel about the Runaways, Dan?
Guys, you know what? I feel like this is a safe space for me, guys. I feel like I can trust you guys. You know what? I'm gonna unveil my greatest secret. I'm colorblind, alright, guys? You guys talk about my black and white movies. They all look great to me. I've never seen color in my life. This is quite a revelation for you, Dan. I just feel like, you know.
I'm not
guys,
entirely sure that's how colorblindness works, Dan, but I mean,
Yeah, that's all I see. Everything I see is black and grey. As solid as it's ever been.
But Dan, why is your hand on my leg? That's what I want to know.
Thanks for sharing, Dan. Also, you can stop.
Really insulting.
yeah, why are you making
Do I sound like that?
Yeah, all the time.
I was trying to.
All the time?
That's how you
I was trying to say like my mouth was bigger than it was.
Wow.
You see, listeners, Dan has a beautifully large mouth.
For the people
we
who
need
listened
to
to
bring
last
this
week,
up?
Dan did an impression of me, so this is my no,
his
sorry.
grand revenge.
Yeah, no, sorry. Dan started talking weirdly there, and I feel that's karmic revenge for
Alright,
him
so
pretending to be me.
back to the Runaways.
Hey, sorry, can I just say, one of the Runaways, this is actually really cool, she's an alien, and her, like, code name is Lucy in the Sky, and they call her LSD. That's cool.
Yeah. Alright, this is the Runaways.
Lucy in the Sky is a good.
So everybody get a good view of that?
Yep, all the viewers at home can.
Yep.
yeah.
And that's the
You gotta tweet that, mate.
picture.
That's actually really
They
accurate.
look super wacky. I don't think they should be that accurate though, because they look fucking ridiculous.
That's
Wait,
where-
show me the live action one again.
What's that?
You have to zoom out. Yeah. Well, they got the black guy's hair perfect.
Is this season 2 of Riverdale that we're looking at?
yeah.
Nobody's
Try and
sexy
get
enough
him
in
on
this picture or slutty enough to be in Riverdale.
They're trying to get in that sweet
Oh,
13 Runaways wide.
It's the Shocker's daughter. Visual guy.
Dan did a really bleak joke of Shocker's daughter killing herself, what I assume
Is the
with the
Shocker
Shocker game.
Just blowing her head off.
Whoa. Okay.
That's what I
Wow.
want to see in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I want to see Shocker just fucking exploding people. That would be something.
Alright, Inhumans. Sorry, not Inhumans.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger. What do we think of how that
Wait,
looks?
no. Let me go back to Inhumans. I've just looked up on something. It's going to consist of 8 episodes, and
They're having another
they're having another conversation. Guys, we talked about this.
Damn, put your dick away for fuck's sake.
God damn it, guys.
Alright,
Oh no.
seriously, guys. It's,
Hang on, are you just doing that to annoy us?
No.
Are you just saying gibberish noise?
you know what?
No, they are doing gibberish noise.
Sorry, I just threw
You know what? Aiden, can you stand up a second? John, can you also stand up a second to switch chairs with Aiden?
No.
I don't want to sit next to
No,
Dan.
leave him alone.
Jimmy's daughter's here. He doesn't want to sit next to Todd.
Okay, can I actually? This is a little bit of a story, but I know this guy. I know this guy, And I know this other guy who also knows the guy, and it's a really weird thing that I was talking to the one guy about the other guy, and he started doing an impression of him that sounded exactly like James Stewart, and I was like, what are you doing? That guy doesn't sound like James Stewart. You're doing a James Stewart impression. And he was genuinely like, no, that's what he talks like. It wasn't what he talks like. So I went to the other guy, and I was like, hey, this guy does an impression of you that sounds exactly like James Stewart. And he said, do I sound like James Stewart? And I was like, no, you don't. And that was the end of that conversation.
This has been another meaningless story that feels like a setup by John.
The only funny thing there would have been if one of them was actually James Stewart.
He like opens up a
Yes, he's a dead body. He's like,
No, it's not a joke. That's a true story. I just needed to share that.
Yeah, you did.
Were those two guys us or
No, you don't know any of them, actually.
Okay.
You want to name names or
No, you wouldn't
name
know.
names?
this is the podcast where you can settle your vendettas. So like, feel free.
I settled mine with
It's
Al
like
Martin.
anti-
Yeah,
Names anywhere.
anti-communist podcast where you have to name names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that anti-communist?
I thought we were pro-commie.
No, because that was the thing that they did to communists. They
They
named
made
names.
podcasts about
Yeah, they made podcasts. So they just went Darrow, Janie, Michael.
Oh, we're doing a trombone.
I've never seen Trump.
No one has. It was not a popular film.
All right.
Anyway, as I was saying before, that kind of got out of control.
It devolved into nothing.
I mean, we are living. I mean, it is called unproductive nerds.
Yeah,
so if we're actually getting through a list, then
Yeah.
it would be a lie.
It's
Yeah.
completely defeating the purpose of we're actually on point and on topic.
Irony.
And even the episodes where we are on point, they're probably the least funny.
Well,
I don't know about
Jack.
Our Doctor Who episode is just us being
that's-
like, "Hey, this is a real good episode." Yeah.
It's both of us just jerking each other off.
Also,
I think
Universe,
Russell T.
like, you know,
Russell
I mean,
T.
that's so weird. Jack, I got a question.
Go ahead. Ask me.
Jack is in charge of uploading the podcast.
I am for some reason.
Why doesn't, like, I'm going through our podcast, it's all E for explicit, which is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fuck you.
But,
Suck a dick.
boobs. For some reason, and I don't know why, maybe Jack forgot, but the Board Gullet episode does not have an E for explicit. And I'm like, if any episode needed an E for
spotted that the
explicit,
other day and I'm like,
be Board Gullet.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, frankly, I think that was a perfectly. That was a perfectly friendly.
Look at
I spent 10 minutes
Guys,
with what the name. Well, you guys wouldn't respond to.
Oh my
god!
When it just described Kilgrave as the Boar Gullet, and it was just a giant fucking squid in a purple suit.
Everybody go watch the Boar Gullet episode.
That was actually
that was the height of our funny.
no, that was my favorite episode too.
I lost my mind when I listened to that episode. Like, I got halfway through it.
And I
was just going, they keep talking about Boar Gullet for Christ's sake.
We could not get off.
Oh, I like the idea. It's not as funny to anybody else.
I'm gonna be honest. We kept going after you left, Dan. We just,
You
we
just-
Oh, yeah.
we
A lot of Boar Gullet.
continued,
It was the
yeah.
whole podcast, just Boar Gullet.
we did the Boar Gullet episode. It
The
was
Boar
great.
Alright, so
Gullet
this week,
episode.
Boar Gullet versus the Avengers.
Yeah.
But different.
Anyway.
Nothing can stop Boar Gullet for some reason.
Avengers, Infinity Board Gullet.
Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself. And he pulls out Boar Gullet. All of his arm.
All the rings.
Boar
It's
Gullet
just
becomes
deadly.
5 times as powerful.
Oh my god!
I'm just imagining how Boar Gullet obviously would win because the Avengers' main weakness is people touching them on the head and then doing stuff to their brain. Because, you know, Scarlet Witch, they're most powerful enemy.
Loki
So-
Pokey stick.
No,
Loki,
but
Loki.
Hawkeye short-acted Scarlet Witch's brain control.
punching her, tasing her in the forehead. But no, I'm just imagining Boar Gullet in like a really skimpy little red jacket, just going around and just fucking brain swiping them.
Oh, how much better is it to imagine the final scene from Avengers where he's like, to caution them would be to challenge death itself. It's just Boar Gullet doing random noises and Thanos turning around and saying, yeah, exactly. It's way better.
I was just saying, in any random scene, it's Boar Gullet randomly. So it's Nick Fury is, talking away, and he's just like, "Where's Hawkeye? Oh, he's up in his nest." And it's Boar Gullet just like, "Oh, I'm just hanging off this girder, just off the roof."
Okay, guys, we've had our
Anyway,
Boar-
yeah,
we've
stop
had,
talking
we've
about
had our Boar Gullet.
Boar Gullet is a piss that once you go down, you can't come back out. Once you start talking about the Boar Gullet.
I'm just saying, we've gone back to so many episodes right now, and it's only been...
Guardians 2 review.
Hang
no
on,
spoilers.
dude, I haven't stopped. This is my
sorry.
3rd time attempting this.
Go
Jesus.
ahead. Continue.
The first season of Inhumans will consist of 8 episodes, and yada yada yada. The show is being overseen by Scott Buck, who was also the showrunner on the recent Marvel Netflix show Iron Fist.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's going to use that sonic scream once.
Hey, Defenders actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of trailers out this week. and we don't
Defenders
talk about
trailer.
those.
Another hallway fight scene.
I think they're actually going to do a parody of themselves by just having the shortest hallway fight, where they have like 50 guys running down the corridor.
It's a freeze frame.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of a continuous shot. It's
No,
a
but
freeze
like,
frame.
that bit from the trailer, I think that's the end of it. We just have Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Daredevil just fucking them out the windows.
How
the last
great
10
is it to
seconds.
finally see one of the Defenders like in a lockup and Matt Murdock finally walks in? You've imagined it for so long,
Yeah.
but it's just fucking great to see it.
It's like, there are so many times in all 3 of the other
Yeah.
ones where it's like, surely this is going to happen.
Any minute now, Matt Murdock's just going to hobble in there, pretend to be blind. No, alright, fair enough. He's just going to send Luke Cage to jail, whatever.
I'm wondering though, what's...
Were you going to say pretend to be blind?
To be fair,
He's really good at it.
that would be,
Really good.
he is pretending to be blind. I mean, does anyone else think that Matt Murdock is kind of a dick for still like pretending to be disabled when he's like super
blind.
No, he isn't though. He can see
He's
everything.
got better vision than any of us.
He can't read.
The only thing he
Yes,
has
he
is-
can.
He can't see color. He's like
It's
Dad.
like
Yeah,
me.
yeah, guys, it's like me. It's like me. Can't see.
The only thing Daredevil can't do is watch TV, go on a computer, or read a book. But he's going around with the stick and acting all like feeble when
I think he can go on a computer with his weird like dot thing. We see him
And
do
there's
it
even
twice.
like some points in the
Weird
comics.
dot thing. You mean Braille?
Yes, it's weird
That
braille.
weird fucking finger language.
The bubble wrap. There you go. Come on.
I don't trust those blind folks.
But that'd be so good if, like, it's Daredevil solving a crime or whatever, and everyone else has looked over the evidence, but he's feeling the bubble wrap, and it's Braille that someone's left. Oh man, that's so
Oh my
sick.
god! That is so something that Stephen Moffat would do in Sherlock. If in an episode of Sherlock, I'm imagining now they left Braille in the bubble wrap. I bet you anything Stephen Moffat is listening to this right now and going, "Oh, that's fucking brilliant." He's just right.
Braille and the bubble wrap.
That's going to be the name of the episode. The Braille and the bubble wrap.
I'm gonna spoil it in the title. I'm the greatest.
I fucking hate Stephen Moffat so much. Oh man. No, he ruins all of the things I love.
No, but there was a point in the comics where, Daredevil might as well have not been blind, because there was a point where he could read books, but his sense of touch was so sensitive he could feel like the indentation of the ink on the page.
He could read the static off
They
TV.
did it. They could read the static off the TV to just watch TV, and that was the point when he was going around with the stick and the black sunglasses, and you're like, dude, you're not blind.
How many people a day do you think Daredevil hears farting and just has to pretend he's
And who could smell it?
How much?
We've had this conversation.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we had this
I was talking to Aiden, and
It
I was
must be
like, hey,
mustard gas.
I was like, hey, Aiden, you reckon Daredevil, like, if you're having sex with him,
No, because I brought up last week's episode, which is pick a superhero to have sex with, and I think I pitched Daredevil
yeah.
because you guys didn't mention
but
it.
I was like, well, Aiden, it's like, yeah, he can feel all these things, but like, he could probably smell the shit particles in your ass. And Aiden was like, nah, and I was like, yeah.
But he can do that anyway, so why worry about it?
But that's the thing, I'm imagining Daredevil just standing around talking to Foggy Nelson, and he suddenly just goes, "Oh Christ! Oh, what the fuck?"
Thing is, if he can smell cologne from 2 floors up, he can definitely smell up your ass.
Well, that's the title of this episode.
Oh God.
He can definitely smell up your ass.
The reason, when they're doing that thing where they're visiting Wilson Fisk's like dementia-riddled mother. Like the reason Daredevil can't come along is because all he would be able to smell is shit.
The whole retirement home.
It's like he walks through that front door and all you say, that old woman just shat herself.
Oh, Foggy smells like piss and biscuits in here. Oh god.
Every time I hear someone say Wilson Fisk, I always think they're mispronouncing Filson Whisk for some reason.
That sounds like a brand of meringue.
I don't know why. Filson Whisk sounds like a way better name.
So anyway,
makes
Defenders looks good.
Yeah, Defenders does look good.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is Iron Fist also the worst person in this?
Yeah.
Like when they're sitting around the table.
Instantly, I already dislike him.
Yeah, he's just sitting around the table, like, we can be a team. I was like, fuck off, Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I do enjoy. It's like I am the immortal Iron Fist, and everyone was like, "What?"
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage's like, "What?"
Why did you do the jive voice? What? What'd you say, Cracker?
I can hear you really good, but I cannot see you.
Almost Daredevil couldn't hear him. Like his best fucking sense. What? Sorry? What? I'm just on my head.
Oh my god. Can you imagine they do like Daredevil 80 years in the future and he has earring aids that he doesn't need. He's just, I pretended to be blind, might as well pretend to be deaf. He's going around in a wheelchair, but he can still walk.
He becomes Answer My Eyes Johnson.
It's natural progression. By the end of it, Daredevil is going to be Usain Bolt pretending to be Helen Keller. He's just going to be pretending that he's completely, insensate, but he's actually just going to be, the most...
What the fuck was that thing when the ground was shaking and everybody went, whoa, up in the air?
That was Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that was in The Defenders. There's a part where the ground starts shaking and they all shoot up in the air and it cracks for a second.
The gates are opening and the war for New York has come.
And they're bringing Elektra back.
Well, the war for New York
Which
that
was
already
sad because
happened
we
during
had
the
a vampire
Avengers,
theory
or-
about
No, it's a
Elektra.
different one.
This is the war for the streets.
Bring it back to the people.
Dan, I'm going to put a block in you doing the ghetto for the rest of the episode.
You've been doing a bit too much of the ghetto voice. You gotta rein in the ghetto voice.
Yeah, this isn't like the few episodes back when we did our no racism theme. This one...
I really wish we could have kept with the no racism theme. But apparently,
you know
I was
what?
gonna say,
I really
Rob-
wish we could too, guys.
I don't think we should need to have a no racism theme. I think we just shouldn't be racist, but that's apparently
Well, I can't wait for the sequel directed by F. Gary Gray to Get Out called Ghetto Out.
Pitch us Ghetto Out.
So Ghetto Out, right? It's the same except flipped. The white people are going in the hood,
Oh,
and the hood are bringing the hood to them.
And they're doing brain transplants.
Yeah.
They're still doing the brain transplants.
So they can become rich white people.
It's a real shit job in a back alley, though.
They got like an ice cream scoop.
Okay, that's alright. Okay, so you're assuming people from the ghetto don't have access to any sort of medical services. I don't know! I've never been to a ghetto, and neither of you, Dan. But why go for
That
ice
doesn't
cream?
stop him doing the voice.
That doesn't stop him doing the voice, no. I'll have you know, I've listened to Kendrick Lamar.
Alright.
I'll have you know I've watched the Channel Chriswell episode of Kendrick Lamar.
That is the stupidest shit.
We've had this conversation before in real life, I'm sure.
You guys don't know real life outside of this, so break it
That's
for
true.
everyone else.
We're conjoined twins, but only during this podcast.
That's why we got.
By the way, Dan,
strong.
I gotta get up to pee soon, so we're gonna have to...
Man, how shitty would it be to be joined, at the left knee?
Is that a thing?
You'll be hanging out of the cubicle. You know, the guy's taking a shit.
Can you imagine if you were conjoined, at the left knee in such a way that it couldn't, femoral arteries were connected in such a way that you couldn't be separated
God.
or it would kill you, but you just, you still have independent legs. It's just the knees, so you have to figure out a way to walk that's,
you're a shoo-in for the three-legged race, right?
You're shooing, yeah.
No, you wouldn't be. You'd be a shoo-in if you were joined at the ankle, but you're not. You're joined at the knee. You can't do anything.
You can wrap around.
It's fucking
Conjoined
one
to-
extra step to tape your ankles.
No,
to
but
get
can you imagine if you're front knee to front knee? So you have to,
Okay,
fucking-
then that's a problem.
You have to crab walk. Can you imagine how awkward that would be?
I'm actually Googling it right now to see if I can find it in.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. This
no.
feels bad, guys.
Oh no.
What have we turned into?
Jack, if it's real, we can't do it if it's real, man.
The worst thing is I didn't do this in an incognito tab.
Wait, you did
I'm
look.
so
wait, Jack, you did look up
right.
people conjoined at the knee, right?
I looked up conjoined twins at knee.
That's the phrasing was. That could show anything, man. I don't know why.
You
I feel
know
like my
what?
phrasing's okay.
You know
man,
what?
actually.
Let's just stop here
Yeah, we
before
can-
it gets out of hand.
It's a weird thing you said.
There was this, let me just tell you right now.
Stop here.
So let me just tell you.
Second picture that
No,
comes up.
go away. No, get away.
This is a drawing of
Go.
a guy with two dicks and a hand between his legs or
Go
something.
away, Jack.
Okay, can I just? I'll warn you right now. The road to midget porn is a slippery slope, so I think we should stop it here.
Did you know you can rent a midget
I
for
would-
I distinctly remember saying, we stop it right here.
I had a thing. Did you know you can rent midgets for parties? It's a real service that you can find
You can
online.
hire people who are dwarves.
Rent like a DVD.
And then afterwards you put them back in the,
You get a
little,
fee.
Jesus.
the little slot you pull out of the wall.
And that's when the clearance sale comes, everybody rents the midgets so they don't have to give them back because they know the shop's closing down.
I've had Peter Dinklage in my house for like 5 weeks. They've sent me like 3 angry letters.
Jeez.
They want him back in the set of Game of Thrones. But
Yeah.
You know, if
People thought I was weird when I bought an Ewok costume, but look at me now.
if they're conjoined twins, right?
Yes.
And they're conjoined somewhere like the forearm or something like that. And if they were like a guy and a girl, I mean,
I don't think you can have conjoined twins who aren't identical twins.
Can you?
You can have identical twins that are brother and sister, I think.
No, you can't have identical
You can
twins.
have twins. You can't have identical twins. Identical twins
Identical
are like
twins are always the same gender.
they're the same
What's that?
person genetically, but
Can conjoined twins be different genders?
No, they can't.
Well, we'll see what Google says.
Google has the answer.
Oh man, what if you were like you joined dick to vagina? How does that work?
That's what I was just thinking. I was just thinking that.
I was like,
but I
surely
shouldn't
they
say
must
it.
consider having sex at some stage.
That's gonna be
And with that, folks, we're going to leave that right there
I
before
actually
this
think,
gets out of hand.
I'm gonna be honest.
No,
if I was the
no,
father, I just
no,
I would
no.
Don't worry.
No.
They can only,
No!
Let me finish!
No!
They can only be the same gender. That's all I'm saying.
I said that.
No more cutting me off!
I said that.
What if they just had like one dick?
John, shut up!
What
This
if
got way out of hand.
What if
We're not talking about this.
What if the dick is the connecting feature?
Oh god, I started.
Please.
What if it was like,
Shut up.
hang on, let me just say.
Shut up!
And we're back on.
What if it's just
No!
God damn it, Jack, for God's sake!
What if it was just like one urethra and like you couldn't tell where it was like conjoined, so it just seemed like one dick? Just
Was that so that the piss is going into the other twin?
Yeah,
you're
imagine.
pissing into your brother.
Imagine that. They would. There's no way to save
Guys,
them. So
no,
they hook them
stop.
both up to colonoscopy bags. But
That's a horrible way of
No!
pissing into your own brother.
But no, the colonoscopy bags are like filling up with each other's piss. So it's just
Rhiannon, we're not going to stop, so just let's not talk over them as well. Keep going.
it's just continuous piping. And like, oh my god, what if they peed at the same time their dick just exploded?
I think that's the cheap surgery to get them split up. Just give them 2 liters of water each.
Just give them both a shit ton of diuretics and the dick just
And we are back to our
Alright,
usual.
kids, we're gonna play a
Yeah.
weird game this time. Who can drink the 2 liter Mountain Dew the fastest?
It's like in Christmas cracker.
One of them just dies from liver failure.
Oh Christ!
And the other one has to pee anyway. Just to look.
Let him have this.
Oh my god. Sorry guys.
John, why do you laugh at the darkest things?
I'm just imagining him crying while peeing so that their one dick will explode in such a way that he can live his own life. Oh my god, I'm actually crying so hard right now.
Oh my god, he actually is real quick. Wait a second. You know cat dog? You think
my
their
God.
genitals are inside of each other?
Oh no, man.
It's gotta be like
We can't get
It's
into
gotta be-
animals, alright, guys?
It's gotta be under the.
Like
It'll
the
be under,
dog's dick is inside that cat, right?
no,
The
it's gotta
cat's
be under
dick
the
is inside that
chin.
dog.
It's right under the chin, I tell you.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta do.
Like when what he does the other shit.
We gotta do what superheroes would be the best to be conjoined together.
Plastic Man and Mr. Fantastic.
Can we just take this episode in that direction?
Yeah.
Guys.
We'll never
We have
finish.
Guys.
Guardians. Then back to that. Rhiannon,
Guys.
yes, go. Say what you want to say.
I just want to say we've reached that point in the podcast where I have to apologize, just have to apologize so much for anyone listening to this because of you guys. Oh my
Just
god.
brightened up there today. Okay?
Yeah, I think.
Gee,
by the
come
way,
on.
I think it was conjoined twins. Like, you know what? We're bad, but it could be worse.
We got the E for explicit.
we could be sharing a
Dan can
dick.
say whatever we want.
We could be sharing a dick.
Can
Could be
you
worse.
see
Oh
Guardians
my
2 so
God.
we can do a spoiler review next week? Because
Yeah.
we gotta do a spoiler
We
review.
were supposed to do a
Guardians.
spoiler review today,
We
so
weren't-
Dan, get the fuck
We're not doing the spoiler review. We'll just do a spoiler-free review.
We already.
What can you say other than, oh, it was really good?
It was really good.
Because there's.
I don't think it was really good. Can we?
There's a few points where the CGI is all over the place.
And there's a few jokes
Watching
that
it,
run on
watching
with
it
it
twice,
too
I'm
long.
like, what the fuck is
I
that?
felt it was self-indulgent and it wasn't quite as cleverly written as the first, and Bradley Cooper, as we said earlier, was feeling really forced. But
There was too much
and
Baby
there's-
Groot, which is weird because it's a
No.
character I really fucking love.
There wasn't
It was
too
just
much
at the
Baby
start,
Groot.
though.
There wasn't too much Baby Groot. There was 2 times when the Baby Groot scenes drag on too much. The opening scene, and there's a bit later on Yondu's ship with Baby Groot.
No,
I thought that scene-
I
No, that
thought
seems
well,
fine.
that's
That
it.
Where
It's the
it
opening
went
scene.
just too long. It was like a bad Family Guy gag. It goes on just too
Also,
long.
the taser face thing, I don't think that joke works.
Taserface isn't funny.
It should have worked because when I heard Taserface's name, I
Yeah, you
thought
kinda
that sounded
laughed.
ridiculous. But that's
It was just the deliveries were terrible.
Yeah.
Every time they said, "My name is Taserface," and someone laughed, their laugh seemed really forced every time.
Yeah.
As much as we complain about Rocket, I think he might have been my favorite character in that, apart from Yondu.
He was really good when he wasn't trying to be.
Drax.
Well, Drax is the best overall.
Drax was actually Drax has some great
Probably the
moments.
funniest character in this one.
And that moment,
And he had some genuinely heartfelt moments.
let's not
Yeah.
spoil them. But that nipples joke was just the best.
That Nibbles joke was dumb. That
It's
Nibbles-
so good. Drax, why are you wearing any armor?
Oh, and
It hurts my nipples, okay?
You'll know what I'm talking about when you see
Yeah.
this, Dan. There's a joke that they set up twice about a piece of fruit, and the payoff is terrible, and it don't get.
It doesn't
Why
make
did they
sense.
put that joke?
Yeah.
in?
It's
That
so
joke is
rubbish.
just so weird.
Where do we rank this in the Marvel movies? Where do we put
It's
this?
I think when I came out of it, I said this is my second favorite Marvel film, but I think I was just off the high of
Yeah.
That's
how-
just what happens when you go see a Marvel
how
film, you know?
fantastic the ending is.
Better than
Yeah.
Doctor Strange?
Oh my god, so,
Yeah.
so much better.
Alright, so
I liked Doctor Strange, but that was so much better.
I want to say better than Doctor Strange, better than Ant-Man, lower than Age of Ultron.
It's got to be better than Thor 2, right?
I liked it more than Age of Ultron.
I think I'm one of the people who really, really likes Age of Ultron. Like better.
We
than,
all are.
I like it better than the
We
first
all,
Avengers.
we're the
Well, no.
Ultron
No, that's going too far, John.
I liked it better than the original Avengers.
Yeah.
On
I
this
think
rock,
I
we
think
shall
it's
build
much more
our
rewatchable.
Yeah.
Avengers 1 is great the first time you watch it, but personally I find it isn't as good.
I watched it like 10 times in a row.
I
It's my
know.
favorite movie.
I watched it.
You're talking to literally the biggest fan of the
Jack,
Avengers.
It is my favorite
I would
movie.
like to- I've seen the Avengers film about 5 or 6 times, but I think Age of Ultron is just more fun to rewatch.
You know what it is? Age of Ultron doesn't work for me the second time round.
I felt that way. I felt that way about Avengers. Avengers is great, but it doesn't really have. that
Avengers
much
has all the build up to it though. Age of Ultron has no movies of build up and tries to do way too much in one movie.
Yeah, my god,
You
I felt
know-
so bad for Joss Whedon. Like after
Joss Whedon nearly 13 Reasons Why himself. Like,
you cannot use that as
Yeah,
a pseudonym
you
for
can't use
suicide.
that.
You
Alright,
can't
I
use
felt
that
bad
as-
saying that. I
You can't use that
apologize.
as a pseudonym for suicide. That's not okay.
By the way, guys, like, 'cause
That's
I
not
gotta go
okay,
soon,
despite what
right?
you were saying previously.
yeah, no, I felt bad. I apologize.
The
for
thing
13
I'm
Reasons.
talking about is either not real or hilarious if it is real, but
That doesn't make it okay.
it's not okay at all.
Make it okay, John.
Oh, there's some crazy twins out there, guys. Yeah. But anyway, Guardians 2. There's
Oh
just,
my god, that's the sequel that we need with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger of twins. They're conjoined at the penis this time.
Actually, do you know?
That's the twist at the
That's
end.
not how
Danny DeVito's a much
that
stronger
works.
peer than he is. So
They can't be non-conjoined twins and then get conjoined. What, were they in a fucking car crash? I just got really burned in one
It's just like
place.
this thing, like half of them, their faces like melted together.
So are they called One Face?
Yes.
I imagine him carrying Danny DeVito everywhere though.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's just like a baby.
He throws him like a weapon
Oh
at
my
some
God.
stage.
They're like Master and Blaster. They're just Danny DeVito up on Schwarzenegger's shoulders, which is something that they really should have done in Twins, but for some reason never did.
Okay,
One bit of news that I want to say, because I guess technically it's a nerd podcast, I guess.
Go on.
Apparently David Finch is confirmed for World War Z 2.
oh yeah, I heard about
And
that.
I want to see the shit out of that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
They're doing a sequel. What?
It would be interesting if they did another World War Z that didn't focus on one character, like
Yeah.
did more like in the book. just
Are they
did
like telling
like
it
an
from a different
anthology
perspective
series?
than this, or
That
did
sort of thing. That would be
meningitis
interesting.
not
Yeah.
work?
Because you can't really do a sequel to Brad Pitt's story. Brad Pitt's story was, oh shit, zombies. And then didn't really go anywhere. They had that thing about the cure, but that was just...
See, didn't he give
Yes,
himself AIDS
no.
at the end of that?
I like every part
Meningitis.
of World War Z except the end. The end is crap.
But I think it would be interesting if they did do an anthology-style World War Z film. And I think Fincher could do that.
Yeah.
I don't.
The World War Z book is kind of boring, though.
I don't
Well,
think
yeah, the
you can
thing is-
go.
World War Z, the book, was written by a guy who really liked reading war biographies and wanted to write his own, but didn't want to go to the trouble of like researching one.
So let's do a zombie.
So he just made up a bunch of shit.
Now he's doing a Minecraft novel, I think.
Right. You know, like
Really?
it's the thing that has me skeptical is that I don't think it's physically possible for a movie to go from being bad in the first one to David Fincher level good in the second one.
I like the first one. Has that ever happened? Has there ever been a film where a terrible first one gave room?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I don't know.
Gave room for it.
Mad Max 2.
Whoa,
it's way better.
No, but
it's better than the first one, but
the first one
isn't
isn't
bad.
No, but the first one has a lot of problems that the second one doesn't.
The first one is an indie film that's just about, like, it is not a Mad Max movie. It's an indie film about a cop in difficult times. And then the second one became Mad Max. But, yeah, but it was still good. It's still a good film. Toe Cutter's a great villain.
Don't they bring him back as...
He's the same actor. He's the same actor.
I want more of that Mad Max universe.
Yeah.
I really want that.
So we should all watch the black and white version. Yeah.
Black and Chrome. Actually.
Anybody want to see that black?
you fucking dead.
Anybody want to see the black and white version of Logan? It's real good.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's coming out in the extended cut.
Oh, I see. Yeah, do you remember that ad they had where it was just black and white Logan driving while talking to the yacht owner?
Yeah, I liked that.
That was a really good
I don't
ad.
think I'd like.
You wouldn't want to see the entire film like that, though.
Yeah. Alright,
Pretty good use of colour, actually.
we've run out of things, so...
There's a Kingsman trailer as well. Are we going to talk about that?
Oh, we haven't talked about Kingsman 2, where we find that the Kingsmen... Okay, so the Kingsmen are English, and they wear suits and glasses. That isn't really an English stereotype, unless you're counting, like, fucking...
To be fair, the American version are wearing big leather jackets and have guns and whips.
No, yeah, the American version are cowboys. The Statesmen are cowboys, and they dress like cowboys and they're cowboys. It's cowboys. It's Pedro Pascal is a bandito, and you got fucking... Oh, they got bullwhips, and Channing Tatum's got
they have
fucking
Channing Tatum.
six-shooter.
Jeff Bridges.
Probably. He's gonna show up.
No, he's there. You see him in the trailer.
What, really?
He's standing over a big desk.
Yeah.
And he's looking all Western. Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's probably going to be doing his Western.
I was actually describing a scene from any Jeff Bridges movie.
Yeah. Well, any Jeff Bridges movie where he's a Western.
So anyone
Who's the bad
where
guy
he's not the dude.
It's what's her face?
Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron. Yeah,
What?
She was the villain, I think.
She was real good in Fast and the Furious 8, except for her hair.
Wait. Charlize Theron is the villain in what?
Yeah, in Kingsman 2.
Is it Julianne Moore?
Yeah, it is Julianne Moore, sorry.
I was thinking.
Charlize Theron is the villain in something else coming out soon, though.
Probably Fast and Furious.
No, it's not Fast and Furious. It's something else.
Oh, she is. Oh shit! What is
Is
that?
she a splattered load of blood and like a face like that one in Doctor Who, just on the side of a big circular spaceship in Alien Covenant. That was tenuous.
What? What was the Doctor Who reference there?
You know, like what's her name, Cassandra or Sandra? She's just
Oh, yeah.
Charlize Theron could pull that off.
Is that a compliment?
I think so.
You can pull off stretchy face.
Is it like a thing that alien movies do that they spoil stuff in the trailer?
Yeah.
Because they spoiled a really cool thing that David supposedly does in the movie or did before the movie. Which I'm not going to say because I'm not actually sure if that's the real deal. But
So you don't want to look stupid?
so I don't want to look stupid, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But like, come on, guys!
Hey guys, in Kingsman 2, Halle Berry is playing Mark Strong's love interest.
That's amazing.
Yes, Merlin.
Yeah, why hasn't Merlin gotten any yet? You know, that's what I want to.
Maybe
That's
the
what I
next
wanna
thing
talk
scene
about.
is, you know, the weird anal
just
he
do
closes
like-
the thing and then he has anal sex with his wife at home.
Yeah, they just do like a subvert. Yeah. That.
Jeez.
And Elton John is in it probably as himself, but in an uncredited role.
Okay, anybody got a topic for the next 40 minutes or so?
Oh my!
I think I gotta
Well,
go.
I
Sorry,
thought
can
we were
see it?
doing the Guardians spoiler review.
Sorry, can I-
you know.
We can't, so...
Don't take my chair, Danny.
I'm
taking
Guys, I think I just found my new favourite thing about Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle.
What is your favourite?
You know how the Kingsman naming thing is they name themselves after the Knights of the Round Table?
Yes.
Do you know what the Statesman naming technique is? They name themselves after alcoholic drinks.
That's
The code names are Champagne. Jeff Bridges is Champagne, and Pedro Pascal is Jack Daniels.
Oh, Jack Daniels should have been a real short guy and a real big guy.
Check out Daniel.
Oh, that'd been great. All right,
Hey, there's that parkour kid from earlier who climbed on our roof.
there was like kids on our roof earlier. It was really
Big wave
fucking
of
weird.
Yeah, it was
Channing
fucking
Tatum's
weird.
character is called Tequila.
All right, let's see. Best superheroes to be conjoined at the waist.
Sorry, can I just really...
No.
I'm just...
Oh, sorry.
Just really quickly, I'm looking through the cast list
Wait,
here.
we can do spoiler review then.
Apparently,
I will do spoiler review.
apparently the Swedish princess from the end of Kingsman is returning.
Yes! More anal jokes.
Yeah,
There's an awful lot of people out there.
she's just a returning character. She's...
Guys, if we get attacked by like 9-year-olds.
Oh, I can fight them off, man.
Well, obviously, I look like the clobber of 9-year-olds.
No, but I'll protect you, don't worry. I don't want you chances of getting into St. John's being ruined.
Oh, thank you. Hey, and we're back. Sorry, we got interrupted
Yeah.
twice.
And so Daniel left, and then I think Aiden pretended to go to the bathroom and then left. So
Hi guys, it's me, Aiden. No, one second. Hey guys, it's me, Aiden. And Dan's sitting right next to me. Hi, Dan.
yeah, guys, I'm Dan. That's me, Dan.
Hey, Dan, you sound real weird. Dan.
Well, Aiden, you sound like fucking Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, dude, that's just how it talks.
Super bro.
Hey, high five. Give me some. What?
Hey, you know, guys, it's the Dan noise, you know, the it's
And the Aiden noise. What? Alright, Guardian spoiler talk.
Guardians spoilers.
Okay, and then we're
spoiler
spoiler. Okay,
Spoiler
we're going
talk.
to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has a load of shit that is really surprising. You won't expect it. The Stanley cameo, for example.
I fucking love.
We're gonna
that
spoil it.
cat.
We'll go from the start though.
We're
So
gonna spoil everything. So if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, just do
Stop.
yourself a favor and watch it because it's actually so many surprises.
we're gonna go
It's
for this.
still good. I
and
know
then
we complained about it earlier, but it's still a really good movie. So go watch it.
We're gonna go for this and then Marvel Phase 4.
Yeah.
We'll pitch our version of Marvel Phase 4. Alright. So the opening scene is Babby Groot dancing around while they fight that big squid monster we saw in the trailer.
That.
Technically, the opening scene is Kurt Russell just Snake Plisskening his way around Earth in a red jacket.
How great is it to see Escape
Ultimate
from New
life
York, Kurt Russell come back? It's amazing.
The CGI was amazing. Like-
Apparently it was mostly makeup and just a wig.
Oh,
They didn't have to do
I
much
thought
CGI.
they
That's
just did
probably
Michael
the best.
Douglas on him, right?
No, they did way more on Michael Douglas apparently.
yeah, Michael Douglas needed... They aged Michael Douglas down a full 10 years. And it took millions of dollars worth of CGI.
To be fair, Michael Douglas looks kind of like a raisin man.
A Raisin Man?
Raisin.
Oh, Raisin Man.
Like a living raisin.
Like a living raisin. Well, think you'll find raisins used to be alive, Jack.
Michael Douglas has never been alive. Fair enough. Alright,
That's not what I said.
that's not what you were getting at.
You called him the Raisin Man.
Alright, Scott, I'm gonna need you to be the raisin man.
Oh shit, now Chris has got the camera out and he's going photographing the 9-year-olds.
There are 9-year-olds who've been climbing on our roof and it's real weird.
They've been doing parkour videos. Nerds.
Fucking nerds. Alright,
No, we're the fucking nerds.
we're the
Square.
unproductive nerds, they're the fucking nerds.
No, they're up there and they're going, hey, squares, we're going to be doing parkour videos. And then, like,
Look how cool we are.
jumping off like a 1 foot break. And then you go,
Interrupting
"Parkour."
our recordings and stuff.
Worst thing is they'll probably get more views than this podcast will.
Yeah, because they keep going around saying, stunted, parkour,
Hella
danger.
Hella cool. Anyway,
Hella.
so
They're all cats.
back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Giant tornado, time control powers, fuck
Fuck up, John,
Chloe.
before
I will just punch you in the
I can't
jaw.
help it. You said hella, it started me off.
Alright, now,
We already did the Hella episode.
I will slap you. Everybody quiet. Everybody, alright. Was that the Spider-Mobile in the opening scene? I'm almost
That's Life
certain.
is Strange.
No, yes, of Life is Strange. They're riding in the dune buggy. No, when Kurt Russell's driving the car with what's in it?
No, I think it may be a
It looked like the Spider-Man logo at the front of it.
Why the fuck would he be driving the Spider-Mobile?
Because it's Marvel. Why the fuck not?
Because
They have a robot brothel with Howard the Duck. You can do anything.
oh yeah, there's a robot brothel with Howard the Duck that just sort of happens and you have to deal with it.
And I want-
Starhawk is there, played by Sylvester Stallone.
I want to bring this up actually.
Was he Starhawk?
That's Starhawk. Yeah.
Holy shit, I did not know that was Starhawk.
He's Starhawk. Ving Rhames is Charlie 27. What's her face? Whose name
I couldn't
don't know?
remember the names of the
No.
original guys.
What's her face? Whose name I don't know was Charlie 27.
There's something
was
Jupiter, isn't it?
Lady Starhawk.
Yeah.
And would you like to know who voiced the robot?
Who was the robot?
Miley Cyrus.
I knew she was in the film.
in an uncredited voice cameo.
I knew she was in the film. I didn't know that was what it was.
The AI Ravager, who was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, was voiced by Miley Cyrus in an uncredited
Can we get back to the whorehouse for a second? Jeez,
yeah.
Didn't think I
No,
was
we're
saying that
skipping
today.
too far ahead. Let's go
No,
back
let
to
me
the start.
just bring one point because I thought I won't remember it later otherwise. We pan up in the whorehouse at one stage to see Yondu just standing
this
by the
again.
window,
zipping his pants up.
zipping his pants up after obviously using one of those robotic yellow whores. So here's what I want to know: was he just doing it by the window? Hear me out.
His men were cheering him on.
Because there are no blinds there.
Yeah, you think a brothel wouldn't have open windows.
Or maybe
Yeah, exactly.
he put the blinds up. But did he put the blinds up then get dressed?
So his men could just see his dick. I want y'all to see my dick in a non-sexual context, so y'all can be intimidated without feeling
It's small
weird.
and thin and good for thieving. Get some places we can't reach.
I was thinking more along the lines like he whistles and it moves, like, you know.
Think I was about to see a trick. Also making it like spell out the alphabet.
How awkward must it be for Rocket in that scene where he's whistling and taking out all those guys, and he just sees Yondu's dick going up and down. He's at that height.
His just pants are going crazy.
And once his baby Groot jumps from Rocket's shoulder onto Yondu.
Just does and starts attacking it. Oh.
Alright.
Hey, do you know what's weird is that when Yondu's using his magic arrow, he never runs out of breath.
Yeah, that
At one point, I wanted to just see like and like run out of breath, and then the arrow just fucking falls to the ground and he gets shot to death. Like the Ravagers, he's out of breath. Do it now.
he killed an awful lot of Ravagers. I know they killed
all of the Ravagers.
He killed like they killed like the 5 Ravagers who were like loyal to him, or like 20 guys.
They killed like 20 guys, yeah.
So he killed the other like 200 guys who was just like, I led them, but they were a bunch of dickheads, so it's cool. They cut my head thing off. It's cool.
They did get themselves involved in child trafficking. And the tenants of the Ravagers.
That is true.
And there was fucking Jeff. Fucking Jeff. With his goggles and his beard. Fucking Jeff. I hated Jeff. Who was that guy? I looked him up. You know what? I looked him up. We thought he was someone famous who was like cameoing as Jeff. He's just some guy. He's just a character actor. What? Who was Jeff? Why was there just some guy with goggles?
You know, he could have been.
Who?
Lemony Snicket.
It wasn't Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was Lemony Snicket.
I know it wasn't Lemony Snicket.
He looked an awful lot like Lemony Snicket.
I looked him up. It's just some guy. Why Jeff?
Guys.
I'm so angry about this.
Is Jeff your new Lemony Snicket?
I've never had a Lemony Snicket.
Yes, you have. It was a Hal Rudnick.
Okay, fuck Hal Rudnick. But in terms of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm mad about Jeff. That can be the slogan for the episode. I'm mad about Jeff.
No, it's you can smell up your ass.
Jeff.
That's the name of this.
I'm mad about Jeff.
Alright,
No, back to the start of the movie anyway. So we have that opening sequence.
Which goes on way too long.
they go through the whole fucking song.
They played like 2/3 of Mr. Blue Sky.
And I love that song.
I love some ELO. I
mean, like, if you'd even just shaved that, like, down maybe just a little bit shorter, it would have been fine, but it just went on that little
Also,
bit
Dave
too
Bautista's
long.
joke about Drax's nipples is still maybe my favourite line in that film.
My nipples! When he's flying off.
Drax, why aren't you wearing any armour? I have sensitive nipples, okay? They hurt.
There he goes again. The little 9-year-old. Oh my god, they're parkouring all around the place.
Oh my god.
They look like they're on the run from the cops.
Oh, they're like Daredevil.
They're running away from
They're hiding
Chris.
their faces. Chris was actually Oh my god, Chris was actually photographing them. Oh my god.
Well, maybe he was photographing them doing lewd acts on the roof.
They were doing lewd acts.
Lewd acts on the roof.
Definitely, no.
That guy was hiding his face from us though. He was holding up his jumper so we couldn't see him. He was like, don't tell my mom!
It's called Fiddler on the Roof. It's going to be great.
Oh no, Jack, no.
Me and Chris have been working on this film for a while. No.
How long have you been thinking of that joke? Because there's no way you came up with that on the spot. No way. That was...
Anyway.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. This is like the time I named all the squid characters. You were also impressed by that.
Yeah, you rattled them off so quickly.
I don't know. And I forgot Squidward somehow in that.
I think I mentioned Squidward.
Which feels like the easiest one. Also,
Anyway.
side note, Squidward is the best SpongeBob character because he's just a sassy bitch who nothing goes well for.
I've always been so sympathetic for Squidward. It's just people are always such dicks to him. But anyway, Guardians 2.
What's really weird about that sequence is that there's not really many jokes. It's just Groot and ELO.
Yeah.
No, there's that great joke where Drax is like, the creature's hide is too hard to cut through. I shall cut it from the
That's
inside.
afterwards.
Oh, is it?
That's after the
Oh.
ELO sequence.
That's
And
amazing. I think it's during it, isn't it? Because he
No,
jumps in and
it's
then we see Groot running around it again.
It's afterwards because the song abruptly ends and then they do the rest of the
Oh,
fight.
okay.
But yeah, that whole thing, I liked that. Why would the skin be any like thinner from the inside? That doesn't.
The
make
worst
any
thing
sense.
is, I was on board with Drax's logic for a split second. I'm like, yeah, cut him from the inside. That'll get him good.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain logic to it. I mean,
Yeah.
if he was attacking its internal organs, then I get what he was aiming for. But instead, he's just inside, just hacking.
I
out.
love how happy he is when he's like, I single-handedly defeated him.
Yeah, he's so happy all the time.
Fuck, Dave Bautista's Drax is the
Also,
best.
the gold people.
Oh, the Sovereign.
The Sovereign.
They turn up at moments like
They have an amazing sense of timing.
Yeah.
they have an amazing sense of timing. Does it throw the movie off a bit?
For the people who are kind of perfect, they fuck up an awful lot.
Oh, fucking, what's his face? Dredge or something. I hate you, Dredge. You suck. I love that joke.
I really love Peter Quill just flirting with the Queen, though.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just that real awkward Chris Prattness about it.
But
I
it
love
totally works.
It totally
everyone
works.
in the room is going for it. I mean, everyone in the room. They're all
Everyone.
like, "Ooh, it's Chris Pratt."
Oh, yeah.
I know I was.
Yeah, Chris Pratt's just the best.
He's
He's got
just the
3
best.
Lego figures made of him. 3
Jurassic World, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Lego movie.
and Lego Movie. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, that counts. Alright, welcome back to things we liked.
Chris Pratt.
He's the best!
He was really good in it. And what I was so surprised by was how good his dramatic acting was.
Him and Kurt Russell played off each other really well.
I totally got that. Like, I totally believed them as father and son.
The minute Kurt Russell steps out of the ship and he's like, oh, I thought my
And it's
handsome
the weird
good
thing, you actually don't see them together an awful lot in the film. Like,
Yeah,
you,
actually,
you,
they
you
do
don't.
not get a lot of screen
They
time.
No,
get-
they don't.
They get the introduction, they get around the campfire,
They
the,
get
the energy ball,
The energy catch ball.
the I cancered your mother,
oh yeah, like,
look at all the women I slept with.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Can I just? My absolute favorite thing is that he didn't like. He makes the point that he chose Snake Plissken as the form he wanted to be comfortable with as he journeyed around the galaxy, and then we see all of the alien women he slept with, and he was still Snake Plissken.
Wait.
That must mean that he randomly picked Snake Plissken as his form, and then decided that was the perfect life form, and the rest of the universe agreed with him because it worked. He was talking to some giant fucking giraffe lizard, and she was all like, "Ooh, Snake Plissken, I'm up for this." She probably didn't even have like compatible reproductive organs, but just with Snake Plissken, she was able to make a baby, which he then murdered.
What if it's just he picked that form, went to Earth, and because he was so far away from the planet, he couldn't change? So
But it just worked out
yeah,
anyway.
he was just charming enough to do it. Also, I think for the final topic of this episode, we should just pick which characters would be great in Escape from New York style movie.
All of them.
There's a lot of good characters in there.
Anyway,
Actually, Yondu. I want to see Yondu in Escape from New York. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But
Spoilers: Yondu dies, and
so
it's,
yeah, Chris.
so well done.
my personal friend Michael Rooker.
you met once at the Comic Con.
I've met him more than you have.
How do you know? Maybe I just don't want to talk about how close Michael Rooker and I am.
Me and Michael Rooker, we text every night. I could text him right now, but he's probably sleeping.
He's like, Jack, God damn it, you boy troubles again.
Boy, you gotta stop texting me. It's way too early. Why is my weird shitty Morgan Freeman also my weird Yondu voice?
Anyway,
Peter,
Boy, I was gonna eat you.
Peter, you either start swimming or you start dying, Peter.
Anyway, so actually,
dying,
no, let's
turns
go. I'm actually thinking just go through the Guardians with their character and story as well. So Chris Pratt Star-Lord was good, dramatically he was good. Drax being the funniest character in it.
Surprised no
Again.
one, because Dave Bautista is just the best.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah.
guy so much.
Now, one thing I've heard is I've heard some complaints about Gamora in this film.
Why?
I just said they're just saying
Yeah, she's just there.
yeah.
Same with the first one though. She's just kind of there.
They're just saying Zoe,
she's so
whatever
po-faced
her
that-
name is. They're just saying her performance in this isn't great. I didn't really notice that. I thought she played Gamora.
Fine,
She was fine.
I hope
you know?
they're just keeping her for either Guardians 3 or else Infinity War. I feel like she'll be good in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Gamora's always going to suffer being the only straight man in a team of funny people, though.
That is true. That is true.
Like, she's the only one who doesn't ever crack any jokes ever, so she's sure...
It's not ripe yet.
Who's the worst
I
character?
have a problem with that line.
Who's the worst character in Guardians 2?
I liked her. I liked her, but I had to say Mantis.
I don't think there's a bad character. There's just...
No, there's not a bad character,
There's
but I
not
feel
a
like
bad
Mantis was the
character.
worst.
No, I think it's
character.
Nebula if I have to choose.
Yeah, maybe. But
Nebula is just...
I suppose
I
we're
love
really
Karen
talking,
Page.
always talking like this.
No, it's the amount of time where
Pretty
she's
talk.
just like, I will kill you, sister. Again and again. And
It
we
flies
get it,
halfway
you don't
across the
like
universe to
We
kill
get
her.
it, you don't like her. Also, she's just like, yeah, send me all my money whenever.
I will say, I think they do use Nebula as a nice way just to show, like, how...
Those cunts threw a stick at us. At our window, not at us physically. We're in a room, they can't really get at us.
No, but...
those ruffians need to be stopped.
It's clobbering time.
Jack, let's do this.
Okay, Jack, don't beat up any small children.
But I think they also use
It's
Nebula.
weird how often you have to remind me of that. Continue.
I think they also use Nebula just to show, like, how much a dick Thanos is.
And that was done effectively.
Yeah. So...
The only way it could have been any worse, you could have just like cut to Thanos just shouting like abusive things at them. That's literally the only way you can make Thanos sound
Like,
like
really shit abusive things. He's trying to be abusive, but he just doesn't really know how. He's like, oh, you're such failures at pleasing the Mad Titan.
You will never be as purple as I am.
You are grounded for until the end of the stars.
Look at all my chins. You will never have chins like these. I will bathe the star waves in my amazing chins.
Bathe the star waves in
My
my chin.
amazing chin.
How do you bathe something in a chin?
That's actually where he keeps the Infinity Stone he's gotten this far, just in his chin.
Fine.
That would be the best video. Like, Thanos, you have 5 Infinity Stones. You can't complete the gauntlet. Oh really? He opens his chin.
And it just turns out every other Infinity Stone was just a fake because the real ones were in his chin the entire time.
No, okay. We already talked about Bradley Cooper's Rocket.
Which is not great. But
His performance isn't great, but he has maybe the most emotional scenes in the movie, which are really good.
That were really well done, to be fair. That's one thing I want to say. They did the same emotional beat a load of times, and it was good every time.
It hits every time.
Yeah.
Yondu.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The emotional beat I'm talking about is specifically is someone having conversation. Someone says something angrily back, and the other person says, "Well, angry thing to you," and like
Reveals we're talking about ourselves, actually.
like in the first film, they had rockets. I didn't ask to be made. Everyone goes quiet. But in this one, they had, "Oh, look at you and asking me," and you have, "All I wanted was a sister," and you have, there's a few others.
all I wanted was my sensitive nipples to be left alone.
Star-Lord has one. I can't remember what it is, but
Why'd you leave mom or something? Is it or?
I can't go back. That's where my mom died.
Yeah.
Also, that scene where
That's it. I had to watch her die.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, his delivery of that line was incredible.
That's
Can I just say, I just love just that moment where where like Kurt Russell turns around and says, "Shame I had to put that tumor in your head."
And
Like
it just
it
zooms
just
in and
zooms in. I just don't get the cinemality of heroes me just going shit.
I love how he just, without any hesitation, just pulls
Just pulls
the
the
gun.
things and just shoots him.
And then Kurt Russell
There's
starts
some,
Dr. Manhattan himself back together.
And then he
there's
shoots him in
some,
the face again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some fantastic moments in that film.
Oh my god, I'm so happy we actually got a shot of Ego the Living Planet.
I was-
With
Yeah,
a
we
giant
got a giant
face.
I was getting bitchy. I'm like, if I don't see a face on that planet soon, I am not gonna be happy.
Oh.
Alright,
I like how they just stuck Howard the Duck in the middle of the film.
in the
instead of-
brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was... What was the line again? Once you go duck, you're never out of luck.
No, it's once you go quack, you never go back.
No, he says duck and luck. That's
Does
the
it?
rhyme. But,
Is that Seth Green again, by the way? 'Cause
it
that's
was
great.
it was Seth Green again.
Oh my god.
It's Stan Lee talking to the Watchers.
Stanley is one of the Watchers.
No, he's
That's
not, he's
great.
not one of the Watchers, but every cameo has been the same person. So presumably Stan Lee is a Celestial, and he's just talking to the Watchers.
No, I think Stanley might be one of the Watchers in training. Who they're just like, the Earth guy is the fucking worst. He should be watching these major events and wars, but all he does is follow these superheroes everywhere.
They don't have enough... He doesn't have enough stories in his head to get the giant forehead. Once you've learned to know, once he's had enough cameos, his forehead will just grow huge.
Oh, that's amazing. No, I loved that cameo when that came in. I just could not stop laughing.
You guys are my ride home.
It was so unexpected.
No, it was Uatu Atul Eneke, was it?
I know Uatu is he the Earth one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've never liked the character of the Watcher. I'm just happy Stanley is one. I always just thought him turning up is just kind of stupid.
okay, so Camboy, the new character Mantis. What did you think of her in this film?
It was fine.
I didn't like her apart from one scene. Sorry, anything with Drax was amazing. Anytime she was with Drax, but she has one scene with Drax where he's thinking about his daughter on the planet he's lost. She puts her hand on his arm
And starts crying.
because she can feel empathy for everyone.
She's an empath, yeah.
Yeah, she's an emotionopath, empath.
Empath, I just said.
Emotionopath.
Emotionopath.
She's an empath.
Yeah.
She puts her hand on his arm and just starts breaking down in tears. You see Drax just looking over the horizon.
And he's just got a little smile on his face. He's just at
Yeah.
peace. But it kind of raises an interesting question. Is it that he's come to terms with the death of his wife and children, or is it just he doesn't know how to emote his grief?
I honestly think he's come to terms with it.
Yeah.
I do too. That's
I
my
think he's-
interpretation of it. But which is the more interesting interpretation? Maybe like he's going around laughing and smiling, but he's actually he's in constant pain. He just doesn't know what to
It'd be great
show it.
if after he killed Thanos, he was just an emotional wreck. Because aiming for somebody to kill, like Ronan in the first movie, is what kept him alive. That lust for revenge and that drive to go kill whoever killed his family is
He's
what
like
has kept him sane.
He's like Macduff at the end of Macbeth. You know, he's finally killed the man that he's been trying to kill for ages, and then he kind of just realizes his life is empty now because his family is dead. Come to think of it, Drax is almost a retelling of the character of Macduff. He's honourable, a great warrior, his family died, so he's trying to hunt down the man who kills them, and then when he does kill them, he'll be without direction in life.
What do we give Guardians out of 10?
Oh man, I want to give the 9. A 9.5.
Nah,
I want to give the 9.
we gave Logan 9.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
8.5. 8.7.
8.8.
8.8.
You know what? Arbitrary ranking schemes are whatever we want them to be, so fuck it, I'm giving it the 9. It's good in different ways that Logan was.
Alright, what do
Yeah,
we
you
give?
know what? I think I'd give it the 9 as well.
No,
So
better
I
yet.
still had a great time with
Give
that
it
movie.
out of 15. Where would you mark it in the Marvel movies? 'Cause there's 15 Marvel movies now?
Yeah.
So out of 15, where would you...
So number 1 would be Civil War. Because, goddamn, I loved Civil War.
Civil War and Guardians 1, they kind of bound around the place. But
Yeah,
they're both
I'm
number
going to say
1 and 2.
Civil War and Guardians 1, although Guardians 1 is
No,
my
there's
favorite.
no preset.
Marvel.
Those move around. Number 3 is obviously Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Iron Man 1. Number 5, I want to say Age of Ultron? But I don't think a lot... Oh, sorry, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Oh no, I'd stick Winter Soldier above Original Avengers.
No, it's better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier has an awful lot of problems that people don't want to assess. And my major one is, why call it the Winter Soldier? He only turns up for 20 minutes.
He's the main
He's really not, though.
focus of the film?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. The
Hydra thing
He's not
is
in
better.
it. He's not in it a lot, but they spend a whole lot of time talking about
The
it.
Hydra thing is the main focus of it. He's more focused on in Civil War than he is in Winter Soldier.
Okay, so they called it Captain America: The Winter Soldier because it's loosely based on a famous story called
It's not
Captain
even
America:
called-
Winter Soldier.
Apart from Bucky's origin, there is no similarities in those stories.
Well, what else would they have called it, Jack?
Captain America 2.
That's a shit name.
Captain America the Dark World.
Look,
Guardians of the Galaxy, it's only called Volume 2, but we only hear music for a few minutes of the movie.
Captain
all
America.
of the Captain Americas had subtitles. They were the First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. So, but they decided with the first one that they were going to give them subtitles. From the first one, it was Captain America: The First Avenger. The second one needed to have a subtitle. What would you have suggested, Jack?
Again,
Fucking exactly.
why did
Give me a
why did
second.
call-
No, I don't wanna give you a
Why did
second.
they call Thor the
Because you
Dark
know
World when we only see the Dark World at the end of the movie? You know?
Exactly. It's about the Dark World in a grand sense, and the
Yeah, but this
implication-
movie isn't about Bucky.
Yeah,
he
it
just
is.
happens to turn up in it. That's like saying... That's like...
It is so about
It
it.
That's
is
like,
about
one sec,
Bucky.
that's like calling the next Spider-Man movie Spider-Man the Iron Crusader. And naming it after Iron Man, even though it's nothing to do, Iron Man just happens to be there.
No, that would be like calling Captain America: The Winter Soldier Captain America, Sharon Carter, because she's a side character. The Winter Soldier is the main focus. Everything sort of revolves around the Winter Soldier. The Hydra element is
Winter
connected
Soldier's
to Winter
just
Soldier.
about tied into that because he's their assassin.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, man.
All I'm saying is
Anyway.
there's not enough Winter Soldier for
Anyway.
a movie to be called The Winter Soldier.
There was a lot of winter. This is not a word.
He gets like 4 scenes.
He definitely gets more than 4 scenes. I'm gonna fucking count them. All right. So we got.
One sec. He gets.
Guys, this is Guardians of the Galaxy. We do not
You're
need
right.
to
Let's
get
not.
into this.
We'll do a Winter Soldier episode at some stage. All right.
I think I'd stick it in. I think it might actually shift places with the first Iron Man.
No, not at all. Not even close.
Actually, I think.
First
Yeah,
Iron
I think
Man's
so
a
too.
perfect movie though. This
No.
has flaws.
No,
It's a
no.
brilliant
First,
film, it's not a perfect
it's not a perfect
It's
movie.
close to perfect though. It's
No,
it's one of the best
no,
Marvel
no,
movies
no,
ever
no,
made.
no, no.
All right, what are the flaws of the first Iron Man? What are the flaws of the first Iron Man?
Go back and watch it, mate. You'd see.
That's not an answer. There's so many. There's no flaws in the first Iron Man.
It's just, it's not a perfect movie. There are flaws. Now, I can't think of any on my head right now, but they're like.
Therefore,
there are
you
flaws.
can't. It's better. It's not as good as the first Iron Man, but I'd put it just below it. That's fair.
It shifts for me. So I enjoyed the first Iron Man, but like I really enjoyed this.
The first Iron Man is so fucking good. It establishes so much and does so many things right. I love that movie. It's the movie
In a
Marvel.
cave.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave.
How good was Jeff
With a
Goldblum?
box of
Not Jeff
scraps.
Goldblum. It was fucking.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
But that movie would be better with Jeff Goldblum as the villain.
Yeah, man.
All right. What was I going to say next? So topic for the end of this week because we still need to vamp for some time.
Hey, no, we still have to talk about end credit scenes,
We're
my
not
friend.
done at all.
We're not done. End
So-
credit scenes.
Adam Warlock, as designed by the Sovereign.
Oh, can we just say when those when the two end credit scenes, the original Guardians turn up and the Adam Warlock one, we were the only 3 people in the cinema losing our fucking minds.
See, normally you get 1 or 2 people that are like, oh, that's kind of cool. But, like,
The 3 of us were like,
Yeah. Literally, nobody else reacted. Same with the Uatu, where people are like, oh, look, it's Stanley. We're like, oh, he's the Watcher.
Seriously though, Ving Rhames is Charlie 27. I want more of that, you
Yeah.
know?
Also, I want to bring up the question: wizards in space? Sorcerers in space?
Oh, totally.
wizards.
One of them's a wizard or a fucking space chicken who's also got magic.
Yeah, no.
Did he come to Earth, or does everyone in the galaxy just know sorcerers are a thing?
I think sorcerers are a thing throughout the galaxy, though. I want to say that's they're not
So-
just
Yeah, I would.
Although I feel like if sorcerers
because
are a
Thor
thing,
knows what they are.
yeah.
if sorcerers are a thing throughout the galaxy, why is it they decide to keep the Infinity Stone on Earth? I feel like that's maybe the worst place to keep one.
Why?
Because we're a real shit planet with nothing to protect us. We got no spaceships, no fleets. We just kind of got lucky with the Avengers taking down the Jatari.
I mean,
I mean,
I guess.
wait.
I mean, there's no defense on Earth. Like, at least that planet in the first Guardians, that planet disappears for 25 years at a time and is only back for like 24 hours. That's fine. That's a good defense thing. But this is it's just lying there. Just lying in a library with some wizards. I mean, they're pretty strong wizards, but still.
Well, when you think about it, Loki brought. Wait, no, the Tesseract ended up. Wait, did I even explain how the Tesseract ended up on Earth?
It was in Asgard, wasn't it?
It
Was
was
it
in
As-
Asgard, but at the opening of Captain America, we just see Red Skull turn up to this.
It's just kind of there.
It's just kind of there.
The
So-
implication of that is somebody from Asgard brought it down and left it on Earth to
Yeah.
hide it there because it's under the life tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
But nobody's been
so
to Earth in a
Asgard
very.
left it on, because it's under Yggdrasil, and
But nobody's been on Earth in a very long time is also something we learned in the first Thor movie. So
but Loki ends up bringing the Mind Stone to Earth. Jane Foster finds the ether on coincidental accident.
And they lock it away in volcanic rock room.
you know, Thor the
They
Dark.
give it to the Collector. No?
Oh yeah, shit. They
They give it to Collector, so it wasn't on Collector, so we actually don't know the whereabouts of that one right now.
Thor the Dark World would be a much different movie if just literally any other alien had stumbled into the portal first. Like, they're just lucky Jane Foster found
Luckily,
it
it
first.
was Jane Foster.
Like, what if Howard the Duck or one of those big rock monsters found it first? That's a better movie, actually.
And then the Infinity Stone and Guardians of the Galaxy is just hanging out on this abandoned planet, you know?
Can you imagine Thor the Dark
why
World?
not?
But Thor's got to carry Howard the Duck around instead because Howard has the ether inside of him.
By the way, yeah, it's Kruger, the alien. He is confirmed to be a sorcerer.
Ah!
So
He
Yeah.
is a space wizard.
yeah, it's
Space Wizards!
It's Starhawk, Lady Art, Starhawk, Charlie 27, Martinex, Mainframe, and what's his face, Kruger.
But no, Yondu.
Cause he did.
He did now.
But yeah, Mainframe was voiced by Miley Cyrus.
That's cool. So, Adam Warlock wasn't into Cocoon, something I've been saying for years, but nobody's like, no, the Collector obviously has Adam Warlock. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm almost certain he does.
I didn't think that was Adam Warlock. Like,
I did.
Yeah, everybody else was like, it's Adam Warlock. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, why would the Collector have an Adam Warlock? Just keeping
Why
it
would
just
he
in
have-
case.
Why the fuck wouldn't he? He's a collector, he collects things.
collects things.
Yeah,
He
but
had
collects-
so many living things. He even had a fucking like Jatari in
He had
there,
a
and
Jatari,
Cosmo,
he had a
and
Dark Elf, he had Howard the Duck.
yeah.
Also, you
What circumstances do you think were that Howard the Duck got captured like that? I would like to see a movie of that.
lost a bet.
Lost the bet, right?
I'd say he was playing poker with the collector, and the stakes were. No, he was playing poker with the Grand Master. The
Yeah.
Grand Master was like, "Alright, but the stakes are if you lose, I sell you to my brother."
I feel like
By the way, can we get a collector cameo in Thor 3? In Thor Ragnarok, the collector just shows up with the Grand Master and says, "Hey, bro, you doing any more gladiator fights?"
which one of them is Hispanic in that scenario? Because neither of them sound that
The
way.
collector.
The Collector doesn't say, "Hey, essay."
Does
You
he?
mean that
I
is
didn't say
I
Hispanic?
can't remember.
He
if
doesn't have a Spanish accent.
Well, he sounds
Del
like
Toro
Benicio-
does in
He
real
sounds
life.
like Benicio del Toro.
It's look at this, it's an infinity. So he sounds more like that than he does. Hey, I say it's Proud Thug.
I wasn't doing Proud Thug.
You were starting your Proud Thug thing.
I was not doing Proud
Was that
Thug.
the,
Was I
the
doing-
thing like from the start?
No,
like Logan?
man. Chairs are for pussy.
Collectors don't take chairs.
We're out here doing real crime, Holmes. But I was not doing
We're
it.
gonna get an infinity gauntlet.
I was trying to do Benicio del Toro. Apparently, I didn't do it well.
No, you
It's fine.
no.
What does this movie mean for the rest of the Marvel Universe?
Adam Warlock is a thing.
Woo!
Also,
Original Guardians.
Jeff Goldblum in the end credits.
Yeah.
angsty teenage Groot.
That's pretty funny.
I'm Groot.
I am.
Also, what are the leaves symbolizing in that scene?
Are they?
Is it a weird masturbation metaphor? I
Is
feel like
it a weird?
I feel like
I don't
feel like
know.
it's
I
a-
feel
That's
it
the
might
connection
be.
I was making.
yeah, you make that as well. Right?
Also, one
He's
thing I
shedding
love.
himself.
One thing I just love about the movie, although you don't get to see a whole lot, it is basically the Guardians of the Galaxy with a baby, and I love it.
I like the bit where the Ravagers dressed him up in a little Ravagers uniform and then gave him a bunch of liquor.
No, but when he's coming with all the objects and he brings back
The
a human.
severed toe.
Hey, you got a thing of
Please
like.
tell me you have a refrigerator full of severed human toes somewhere in the
Nah.
ship. Nah. Let's agree to never speak of this again.
Yeah. Also, you know the guy who helps him in the end there? That's James Gunn's brother.
Yeah, no.
I completely forgot that was his brother.
Sean Gunn, who is also what's his face in Gilmore Girls? Kurt.
No, I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
He's real good.
Wait, I'm missing two. No, wait.
If you're out.
Those hooligans are back!
Oh,
God
hooligans!
damn it!
Children!
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's got a little bandana around his mouth. He thinks he's Billy the Kid.
Oh, he's doing finger guns!
Oh, that's so cute.
He's so. Oh.
Look at the little guys.
Oh.
Oh man, they're so gangster.
So gangster.
Man,
Well, there's a lot of them.
we could take him.
Alright, there's 9-9-year-olds. 3 each?
How many 9-year-olds do you think you can?
I mean, we all have taken.
Brandon, how many 9-year-olds do you think
I
you can take in
can
a fight?
fucking take on 9 of them.
I feel like you can take 2. Maybe 3 at most. 9-year-olds are a lot tougher than you remember.
Remember, Jack, all we have to do is armbar one of them at the beginning of the fight, and then you only have to take on 2, and we can take on the other 6.
You know, you see, I've been, hear me out.
Dude, I can beat the shit out of some 9-year-olds. Excuse
Sexism
me.
apart.
No, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rile you up so you take on all 9 by yourself.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
Brilliant,
She's a woman. She couldn't take out all the 9-year-olds by herself.
No,
Oh, not at all.
I think you'll find Emmeline Pankhurst couldn't beat a horse. She certainly couldn't beat the one that killed her.
Wait,
You know,
wait,
can I be honest? Can I be honest for a second? Normally, I'm against making sexist jokes
Was
against
that
feminists and
Emmeline
what.
Pankhurst the suffragette who
Yes.
put herself in front of the horse?
Head off. But,
No.
did her head come off? I think the head comes off in that shot.
What shot?
It's recorded where she walks in front of the king's horse. I think her head comes off in that.
I don't remember it being recorded.
Our his-
That was like.
Our history teacher it might be a different woman, but our history teacher showed us a clip of a woman walking in front of the king's horse
Why did he show you that?
because he's a
To
great
be
man.
fair, my other history teacher showed us JFK getting shot in the head, so.
That one's different. That one was that's a very famous clip
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I
footage.
know, but-
You know the big.
But anyway, I don't think we should start. I don't think
Danny the comedian.
I don't-
I'm missing
Who's
two.
Magneto, obviously.
I'm missing two more bloody end credit scenes. Oh no, one is.
Can we just not bring the wrath of any feminists on us? By the way, they genuinely scare me.
Oh,
Guys,
man.
these-
The 9-year-olds are all going to the woods together, so that's worrying.
They're gonna drink weed and smoke alcohols.
And they're not going to do their homework.
Oh no, none of them are writing out French verbs
They're gonna
tonight.
try and drink vodka straight and just end up throwing up all over the place.
I think one of them might even have a porno mag.
Oh no way!
Guys, boobs.
Why can't they just use the internet like normal teenagers?
Emmeline Pankhurst was not the horse one. She was not the one who threw herself.
She was not a horse. Yes, John.
Also, to any feminists listening to this, these two are not.
We hate you.
No, we do not.
No, we don't. We don't. But
They're not serious sexists. I mean, I'm friends with these two. Don't worry.
I'm on board.
Emily Davison.
Because if they do, I usually punch them.
Emily Davison was.
I'm on board with feminists, but I'm not on board with female
Oh
supremacists.
shit! There is.
Oh yeah, they're
That's
two
too-
completely.
that's
They're
too-
two.
that's
They're
too
two
far.
completely
There
different
is a
things.
video of Emily Davison being knocked down by the King's horse. It was a newsreel. Hang on. I'm
I swear if her head comes off, I get like money.
I'm not giving you anything.
You get like
you both owe
money.
me. You both owe me a lot of money for this, by the way.
Sure.
I pay a €5 hosting charge every month.
Well, that's your prerogative, buddy.
She said she's the host, so you want the job, you pay for
Yeah.
it. That must
Oh, there she go. Oh shit, her head came off.
fucking called it. Pick up that
Wait, hang
phone,
on, that
ladies
might
and
have been her
gentlemen.
hat. That might have been her hat. Hang on, let me see.
Pick up the phone, ladies and gentlemen, because I called it. Oh, look, there's two people going into the woods to fight the ruffians now.
Oh god.
Oh, what shenanigans shall they get up to this week?
No, I think that's just her hat coming off.
I'm almost certain that was her head rolling off.
No, I'm pretty. How hard do you? What do you think happened to her that would cause her to be?
She's a small,
Yeah.
frail woman, and that is a large horse trying to win the
I know
derby.
it's a large, I know it's a large horse.
derby.
Hooves can be sharp, but I doubt it would be able to sever the head from the neck.
Yeah, man, I think that's just her hat.
And I think that might just be her hat.
I think my history teacher was just trying to freak us out.
History teachers do
Yeah,
that.
that's just
History
her.
teachers
That's just her
tend to be
bonnet
insane.
coming off. Then.
Alright, email in and tell us what you think.
She's
Is it a head?
totally
Is
Tweet
it a
us,
hat?
tweet us at Unpro Nerds Pod. That's it.
Oh,
Better
well,
than-
it's
better-
definitely better than end nerds.
Yeah.
Or the unproductive ends?
That's the one. Unproductive ends. End nerds would have been kind of funny, but no,
No, it wouldn't.
No, it would not
John,
have been.
no.
Alright,
Or find us on Facebook. So
there was the
At
Stan Lee
End Nerds.
one, there was the Adam Warlock one, there was Teenage Groot, there was...
there was
No,
the
she
one
tried
of
to go-
James Gunn's brother trying out the
Yeah,
and he
no.
shoots Jack.
Yeah, Jack, I'm pretty sure Emily Davison wasn't decapitated because she died 4 days later from a fractured skull. So, unless they had the best surgeons in the world just like reattaching her head, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her hat.
Oh no, lads, we put her head back on. We did it backwards. Flip her up.
She's just like crying into the pillow.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying.
Breathing pipes!
Oh no!
Eating pipes!
We've attached her penis to another man's penis. Got the pissing contest.
Not again! Why do we keep doing this?
So many wartime casualties were just unprepared nurses sewing penises together.
Dr. Jameson, why do you keep doing this? I'll be honest. I've been lying to you all. I just want to create the perfect penis. And I think the way to do that is to stitch two of them together.
I call it the human centipenis.
I call it anti-circumcision. Well, not more foreskin, technically.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. So yeah, no, there's shut up.
And now I'm gonna attach it to myself.
You see, in my dark and terrible backstory, my younger brother Richard died when he was only a child from birth defects. So I dedicated my life to creating the perfect dick.
We were Siamese twins, and we were connected by the genitals. He is still his corpse is still hanging there right now.
He just starts windmilling like a tiny baby. Oh my god!
You know you went from South Park. You know you went from South Park who has the child on the side of her face.
Yeah.
It's that, but just on his balls.
Again, I must apologize
This is like
for
the
this
face.
point in the podcast. I apologize.
Imagine one testicle, the face / head.
Oh boy! Oh
He
boy!
tries hiding it behind his Johnson.
Oh my god! So Guardians also had an end credit scene.
Jeez, Doc, why you gotta sit every time you gotta go urinate? Well, Billy.
Well, hang on. It was Uatu the Watcher and Stan Lee. It was Teenage Groot, Adam Warlock.
The Five Man was James Gunn's brother, original Guardians, Adam Warlock, and the teenage group. I can't remember what the last name.
Stanley and Adam Warlock.
Stanley going, "Hey guys, where you going?
You were my lift home."
Yeah. So that's all 5 of them.
I accidentally pushed Jack Kirby off a cliff into a boom tube.
I thought that was in the middle of the movie.
Stanley shows up twice.
Yeah, he's like, "Guys, where are you going? I have more stories. You're my lift home."
And the Watchers just leave.
What if that's the last Stan Lee cameo ever?
That would actually be
That'd be a
perfect.
good one.
Well, you can bring him back in Infinity War. Just don't bring him up for the next 3 movies. Then in Infinity War, they're fighting out in space, and then just Stan Lee's stuck in the rock.
Well, what's to say they'll pull a Star Wars, let's CGI Stan Lee from now on.
No, I think that would be really distasteful.
Yeah.
And Star Wars, they've officially said they're not CGing Carrie Fisher.
I think for Stan Lee, we've got so many clips of him now that I honestly think if you just cut around him, you could put him into other scenes. Like, I genuinely think we can get a lot out of the footage we have of Stan Lee. We can make a whole Stan Lee movie where he's still in something.
Oh,
Can we just cut him out somewhere where he's ripping Rob Liefeld a new one? You know?
Oh, that's so funny. That was the funniest thing ever. You seen the video, didn't you?
Which one?
Somebody put it up on the group chat.
I think it was Dan.
Oh, it's Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane, the guys who created Image and Spawn and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, it's them, and they're doing a thing in the 90s with Stan Lee. It's like 20 minutes up on stage, we'll draw a superhero, and Stan Lee's just taking the piss out of them.
He's the king of passive aggressiveness. It's
so
my
funny.
god.
It is.
He tears him a new one, like it's just.
He's like,
and then reattaches them at the new ones.
Hey, look, we made this whole character in 20 minutes. He's like, well, looking at your stuff, all your characters look like they took 20 minutes of work.
Oh.
There's even like a point where he's just like, yeah, but like, how is he supposed to get like changed out of this costume? Like, what does he do afterwards? And it was like, well, like the whole point is like they don't get undressed.
Yeah.
Like we don't really draw it. And it's like, yeah, you seem to draw women getting undressed a lot though. You're just like,
He who lives in glass houses should not throw stones.
Stan's just like,
Mr. Lee.
Wait, so does he put his civilian clothes on over that? Because I feel like a lot of people are going to figure that out.
like, and we're gonna draw some wires down. But I was like, yeah, you're really good at drawing wires, you know.
Yeah, wires and belts. Why not? Just lots of them. It's so funny because you got to remember, Image is doing amazing at this time in the 90s, but Marvel is going bankrupt. So this is Stan Lee just being a dick for the sake of it. Oh, fuck, Stan Lee is the best. All right, what Marvel movies are we looking forward to after seeing Guardians?
Well,
apart from all of them, because that's too easy of an answer.
Yeah, is it necessarily Marvel films or just movies in general?
No, Marvel films.
Okay.
Based on Marvel films. What were you going to say?
Well, of course we're going to be looking forward to Spider-Man.
You know,
and Thor Ragnarok looks good, you know.
Can I surprise you guys? Wonder Woman's out in a month and a half.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I was going to say.
That was my reaction. There's like no... Sorry, it's less than a month.
I'm not excited for it.
There's been very few like spots and like ads and shit like that for it. Also, there was a big controversy about them her shaving her armpits, so they digitally put that back in to put stubble under Wonder Woman's armpits. That was an actual controversy that made actual news.
That wouldn't have... I feel like that shouldn't have been a problem either way. You know what? If Wonder Woman wants to shave her armpits, let her. And if she doesn't, let her.
I imagine
Wonder Woman.
I imagine it's pretty cool. I bet she does it with the sword.
Yeah. She does it with the shield. She just fucking...
Hey, Steve, hold this.
Yeah. Who's Steve?
Steve Garber.
Alright, yeah.
What did you think of Steve Rogers?
I was thinking of Captain America. And he'd be really embarrassed. He's like, I can't look at your armpits. We haven't talked yet.
Do you guys think
Captain the 1940s?
Do you guys think Captain America's a virgin?
Oh, totally not.
He's gotta be, right?
Totally.
I mean, not after Civil War. He's definitely banging Peggy. Not Peggy.
No.
Sharon after Civil War.
No, he's a man from the 40s. He's
not a sex before marriage kind of guy.
For fuck's sake. Poor Cap. What if he dies in Infinity War before he gets married?
His last words are just, I never knew the touch of a man. And then everyone's like, whoa! Didn't see that one coming.
Have you ever wondered, Bucky, you ever wonder why my shield stuck to my forearm so much? Yeah, my forearm was real sticky. Make of that as you will. And he fades off before he can continue.
He just turns into like a force ghost. Make of that what you
Costume
will.
drops to the ground. And Bucky's got to put the costume on, but he's not willing to put on the gauntlet. He's like, no, ew, gross. I've got a metal arm, it's fine, I don't need to put that hand on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
What's the next Marvel movie? Homecoming?
Cap lies there
Homecoming is the
dying.
next Marvel movie.
Cap has been impaled by like a carbon rod that Thanos just willed through his stomach. He's like, Bucky, come closer. No, Steve, you can't die like this. Closer. Come closer, Bucky. No, Steve, please don't die. Closer, Bucky. Come closer. Okay. Do you want to say something? A little closer. Okay. Now touch your lips to mine. Sorry, bud. Touch your lips to mine, Bucky.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Bucky. I don't want to die a virgin.
There's not much time, Bucky. Oh, okay, this is kind of uncomfortable. Like the kiss for a while. Just touch my junk a little. Okay, Steve. just a little.
Bucky, you know action gets me there anyway. I'm almost there, buddy. Come on.
Just a little. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Come on, it's a robot hand. It's not even flesh on
I'll
flesh.
bro out.
I'm just gonna pretend this didn't happen. Steve goes, so that's what it feels like.
No, the best thing is, he dies. They get the Infinity Gauntlet back. They bring Steve back.
And Steve and Bucky are just sat next to each other on the ride home.
Hey, geez, Cap, what's up with you guys? Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Nothing. Are you sure? Nothing at all. Spider-Man, go over there.
I'm just thinking about how crazy it was that there's no heaven. Yeah, that's not what I was. Dying freaked me out, man. Dying just so freaked out by dying.
Tony, when I was there, I saw your father. He said it's cool that I keep the shield. He said it's fine. It was a gift. I get to keep it. It's cool.
Yeah, and then your dad's in hell. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently, like being sort of sad about being an arms dealer doesn't stop you from being an arms dealer.
Also, because of what me and Bucky did, that's also how I got to hell. Plus all those Nazis I shot who were just normal people. My bad.
Hey, you know how like what's Tony Stark's dad was
Howard Stark, yes.
still an arms dealer when he died? Like he was still an arms dealer when he
Yeah.
died.
It wouldn't
Like,
surprise me if there was like an AK-47 in the back of the car he was building when Bucky like totaled it.
he was building.
No, he had the gear in the back.
Okay.
He just has his weapons shit on him at all time.
In the 1980s, just
No, he
designing a
had
Kalashnikov.
Captain America's blood on him for some reason. Did they explain why?
He had to move it. They're like, he's been trying to re-engineer it for a long time.
So I'm moving the blood, but I'm bringing my wife with me.
They make the point that Howard Stark tried to remake the super soldier serum like a shit ton of times, and
Yeah.
that's where Tim Roth got his abomination stuff in Incredible Hulk.
And that's what Bruce Banner was also trying to do.
He didn't know that though.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He
He
thought
thought
it
it
was-
was,
I know that.
that's
I know
also what they were
He
trying
thought-
to do in Luke Cage. I like the idea that they have the super soldier serum, but they're always off by one thing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, you think it's metal claws this time? I feel like it's metal claws.
What if we need to just fucking irradiate the shit out of some guy?
What if I've got it. You know what's strong? Captain America. You know what else is strong? Spiders. We put the formula, some radiation into a spider, we'll see what happens.
That's actually probably. I'm guessing that Spider-Man in Homecoming is going to turn out to. So, like they gave the super soldier serum to a spider
Yeah.
and just bit him.
Just
and-
imagine it. They had soldiers.
Better than the Amazing Spider-Man of, look, these spiders make a web-ass ship, fuck.
We had soldiers. They had soldiers the size of an
crazy!
ant.
Oh shit! How did I not see this coming? There's spiders! There's spiders everywhere! Why didn't I predict this?
How many Spider-Men do you think there are in that universe? 'Cause that room seems easy to get into, and Peter spills a lot of spiders.
I like to imagine he goes back to Oscorp and there's just he walks back into the research thing and there's just a bunch of lab boys just like hanging from the ceiling and they go, shit, you two. Hey, have you gone through the weird web puberty thing yet with like the webs coming out the back of your neck? No? Oh, good luck there, buddy. That's not fun.
Hey, Mr. Osborn, how come there's no elevator in your building? Oh yeah, we don't need it. People can just walk up the walls here now.
Yeah.
It's become such a common thing that people are part animal that an elevator was just kind of a waste of time.
Osborn's really depressed. He's like, Mr. Osborn, what's wrong? I was working on this really cool serum that would turn me into like Gollum meets Captain America. I'd be super crazy but super tough and shit. Now I'm Spider-Man. No, everyone is Spider-Man.
No, I'm Spider-Man.
There's like no point now because I'm already.
If everyone's Spider-Man, nobody's Spider-Man.
I built the Goblin suit. But, Spider Goblin? That's dumb. It's dumb.
It's fucking
It's
dumb.
stupid. It's such a.
I like the
dumb.
idea when he's doing that, he's on the ceiling having the conversation. It's fucking dumb.
He's like doing a beast on it. Like he's just kind of cross-legged on the ceiling. You know, he's just...
I can't go around saying I'll get you next time, Spider-Man. If I am Spider-Man.
Hey, Mr. Osborn, I finally finished that wingsuit. We can build a vulture kind of thing.
You mean spider vultures?
It's not even funny. Hey, Mr. Osborn, I mean a monkey thing. Oh, you mean like spider monkey? That one even works pretty well.
Well,
come on,
guys. I think.
Is there a monkey guy?
Why is there no villain called Spider Monkey? That would have been genius.
Why doesn't Spider-Man have a monkey villain? Because he already has like a rhino and a vulture and an octopus.
There's also no lion.
You know what? It actually would have made sense. You know when they turn all the Marvel characters into animals, and I know he had Spider Pig, and I understand the pun also comes from Peter Porker.
Peter Porker.
Yeah.
He was actually a
made him a
spider
monkey.
turned into a pig.
He was actually a Spider Ham.
Spider Ham, that was it.
Yeah, no, Spider Pig was Simpsons copyright.
Spider Pig, yeah.
Alright, you know if they get rid of Peter Parker, because apparently they're getting rid of Spider-Man real fast in the MCU. He's getting 2 Infinity Wars and 2 Spider-Man movies.
They're killing them off.
Yeah.
Oh, not the little Tom Holland.
Not the little Tom Holland.
Holland.
Thanos is just going to.
They just grabbed Spider-Woman. They just make Spider-Woman. Just
I
replace
would
Spider-Woman.
kill
It'll be
Gwen
like
Stacy.
it'll like be the end of Kong's Skull
Spider-Gwen?
Island when Kong just kills Sam Jackson, except it's going to be Thanos and little Tom Holland, and Tom Holland's just going to be like, "I'll fucking kill you, Thanos." And Thanos is just going to squish
It'd be even better if they're on top of the bridge and Thanos knocks the 2 of them off the bridge.
And you think Tony Stark dives to save Spider-Man and catches him, but he breaks his neck.
Meanwhile, Gwen Stacy's just completely fine. He's like, turns out I have spider powers too!
Yeah!
And on that note,
Everyone
guys.
has spider powers now.
he's hanging on the bridge, like, not even cool anymore.
It's not even like, guys, it's just dumb now. Go
Oh,
home.
that guy, he's a black Spider-Man.
So,
Sorry, that's Miles Morales. That's where it's. I'm pointing at Venom, guys. Jeez.
on that note, guys, if you have anything to say to us, just tweet us at Unpro.
Hey, if you have anything to say to us, you say it to my face, nerd.
Shut up, John. I'm trying to do an outro.
I will fight you in the car.
I do the intro. I'm trying to do an outro. Yeah, you can tweet us at Unpro Nerds Pod on Twitter, or you can find us on Facebook. So
And
if
YouTube. Comment on YouTube.
Yeah, comment on YouTube. So if you want to hear us talk about,
If you're currently on YouTube, say, yes, I was going to. I wasn't going to go to your social network to comment. I'm already there.
We will fight them on the beaches.
We shall fight them on the beaches.
We shall fight them in the
France.
We will fight them in the car park.
We will never surrender.
Now let's go take care of those ruffians.
We're gonna beat up some 9-year-olds, guys.
so if you want to hear us talk about certain topics in the future, just tell us, because you know what, it'd be nice to get
Do
some
we need a
feedback.
topic for next week? Anybody got an idea?
Yeah, I got a topic for you. Chunky Joe Joyce, I'm calling you out.
Fuck's sake.
Joe Joyce!
Alright, so far we
You
have
look like a rat, so you do. You're a rat bastard, you.
so far
Call me out. Fight me in the car park.
we have Joe Joyce. We have the nation of Japan, the ruffians outside, Lemony Snicket, Hal Rudnick.
Feminists.
Fuck you, Rudnick.
Feminists?
Conjoined twins.
No, we're okay with the feminists. We're okay.
No, we're against female supremacists, though.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm against female supremacists.
I'm the only big red around here. Get it because I'm ginger and I'm big.
And on that, well, if you're one of the few people who have not been offended yet by this podcast,
Chunky Joe Joyce, I'm calling you out.
I'll do the car park.
we will. Well, more like you will listen to us next week. We won't see you next week. What am I saying?
You dirty, squeaky, good-for-nothing, rat-poison
Shut up, John.
bastard, you.
And on
for
that,
yep.
you want to say it? Can I say it? You do
Yeah.
your turn. And on that note, we've been the Unproductive Nerds. And don't forget, Daredevil can smell up your butthole. Good night, everyone.